Hello. Let's see. Let me say that. Let me say hi to everyone. Let's see. Hi, Pedizzle. Hi, Bassist. Hi, Butterzilla. Hi, Spiral. Hi, Parvati. Hi. We're playing Limbus. Oh my god, it's been so long. When was the last time I played? Was it replaying Canto 1 or the previous Intervalo? I don't know how long this one is. Hi, RJ. Hi. Also, Spiral, thank you for the 20 bits. Wow. Like 2-3 weeks ago? Damn. It just goes to show It just goes to show how close Canto 10 is now, which is crazy. Or not Canto, yeah. Yeah, it is 10. That's crazy. I mentioned this in the previous streams, but I did see a little bit of spoilers. I already know what Bamboo-Hatted Kim looks like. I know what Engdu's new haircut looks like, all that. The art who said, oh, okay, yeah, if you want to go there, I already blasted 50 polls. I already blasted 50 polls and didn't get shit. I got Blade, Lineage, Sinclair, like my 20th copy of that guy. Okay, if you want to go there to match with my N-Corp Sinclair. Okay, anything else that we should go over, huh? The fact that you got everything in like a 10 poll? The fact that Mela also got everything in a 10 poll after she pulled after me? Okay. Y'all have it out. Hey! What do you mean I'm still on top? On top emoji. Up. We are up. 100. Fire emoji. Man, you know, it's only me who got to announce. Oh, look at me. I got shit. I got stuff, but I want to complain about it. What about me? I don't even know what the new announcer is. Oh, is it the new Bamboo-Hatted Kim? Awesome. I need to read Mersault's novel. You should read it. It's so funny. Mersault is so funny in it. I think Mersault is so funny in The Stranger. Oh my god. Not gonna spoil it for you, but his POV is so interesting to read. Speaking of reading, guys, I'm trying to read Urha, or Tuha, or the Husky, and his white cat Shizune. It's a Danmei. There's 11 novels. I did not realize this. I'm like slowly reading it as like, or at least I tried it. I'm like, I really want to catch up to it. Realize there's 11 novels, and I'm like, okay, I need to go about this differently. So now, whenever I need to take a break from working, I'm gonna read it as like a little yaoi cigarette break. Boobs, we're still all in prison. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Also, I feel nothing for you. That's his POV on a lot of stuff, too, which I find very funny. Again, I don't know how long this Intervalo is. They seem to be getting a little longer, because like the previous one took me 6 hours, so we might have to split this in two. Hey Whimsy, hi, thank you for the alert. And then I'm assuming the new Honglu is redeemable, right? To the rewards. I gotta look at that, because he wasn't in the banner. Or have one 12-hour stream. Nah. I'm not built like that anymore, man. I think the last 12-hour stream I did, it was me playing Farm Slop. I was playing Rune Factory 5 for like 12 hours. And then I was like, oh crap, guys, it's 6 AM, I gotta go. That was like 3 years ago. Also, hi Crash Todd, hi Pichail, hi. The mine's for real, right? Thank you for the Prime! Whoa, 4 months! Thank you so much. Also, hi again. One more for good measure. Also, I keep seeing crazy fan art of Bamboo-Hatted Kim. Can I link one? He's naked. I also sent you a friend request on Limbus just now. You're not the level 14 one that added me yesterday that I rejected, right? Oh, just now? Okay. I'm gonna judge you. Nope, okay. Woohoo! That would've been awkward. Me too. Okay. Me judging you guys. Me judging your account. Before I approve or reject it. I wanna link the bamboo-headed Kim fanart I saw. He's so Ikemen. Hi Mela, hi. You're just in time. I'm about oh wait, let me show the one with the center line actually instead of the finish. If you guys want to see it without the center lines, you can look at the artist's media. I'm gonna show what Bamboo Headed Kim art I saw that was so crazy. This one. I have my blade lineage Mersault, just not his ego. I'm gonna tweak. I'm never gonna read BL as blade lineage. The fact that that's an acronym for it, I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to it. It's awesome, guys. Boys love. So true. Hubba hubba. Hubba bubba. He's so Ikemen though. Oh my goodness gracious. Did I lie? I didn't lie. I said what I was gonna send. I sent you over to the game though. I should be about this size so I don't block the dialogue box. Alright, me judging. Okay, you stay. Okay, you stay. Was this one? Oh, okay, you stay. Alright. Anyways. Approved. Okay. Okay. I also saw how, because of the new Blade Lineage members, people are saying that Blade Lineage Sinclair is now playable. With them. Which is nice. Okay. Guys, if you think about it, if I get the 20 pulls here, if I get the 20 pulls here, I only wasted 30 in the banner. Girl mad. Thanks, boss. No problem. Also, I like the backgrounds that they've been doing for these and how they're animated. Consultation session. Okay. Okay, I start. Oh wait, I still have the CG from Canto 1 because that's what we last played. My bad. Not anymore after this cutscene. Or not anymore until the next CGR plays. Wow, what a loading screen, right? Wow. No, wait. For this one, we should go about it like... Oh, Dante. No, he close. Oh, are you on a typewriter? No, Hiko's been in the vanguard for too long. I should put him back and let him. Dante. Oh, sorry. Did you say something? I provided you an answer to your question, but you exhibited no observable response. Is the sinner's combat performance deteriorating beyond management parameters? No, things aren't that bad, but it's just hard to focus on one conversation when I'm trying to support battles happening in a completely different places all at once. Bluetooth mode. On top of that, Radio's shopping chatter is starting to get a little distracting. A few days after we entered N-Corp's district, the bus pulled over in the back streets of N-Corp to take care of a distortion case. Hear that again? This contract was supposed to be handled jointly with the LCD team, but distortions suddenly started cropping up all over the area of the back streets called Butter Street. Without any coherent pattern, no obvious point of origin or route of spread, nothing convenient like that. I had no choice but to split the sinners into several groups and send them out. Otis, Ishmael, Sinclair, Don Quixote, Isang, and Mersault were on their way to rendezvous with the LCD team. Heathcliff, Gregor, and Hong Lu were suppressing distortions that have showed up from other directions. And with our onboard stock scraped down to the bottom, Radia and Ryoshu, who were done with their share of the suppression work, were put in charge of buying supplies for the bus. Wow, suppression just like Lobocorp. That's for Faust. She decided to stay behind with me on the bus. I wanted to go through the consultation sessions I've been putting off, and thought I might as well get myself some much-needed practice with handling the new golden bow power I'd acquired. You know, I always forget Dante's office is in the bus because it looks so homey. Like the wallpaper and everything. It just looks so comfortable. I forget that it's on, like, even the fact that there's a ceiling fan makes me forget that it's on the bus. To reiterate, there are no issues requiring special concern regarding Faust. It is true that Faust has, on several recent occasions, expressed dissatisfaction with a certain Faust. However, those instances should be classified as a mere personal grievance. I mean, that's good if that's all there is to it, but... Hey, Godoy. Hi. This was not the first time Faust had seemed unlike herself. There had been times before when she spent far longer alone than usual, lost in thought. Moments she could not produce immediate answers to questions from the other sinners or me. Could it be? You can't access the Gesellschaft. May I ask your basis for that inference? You're acting a lot like you did back on the warp train. Whoa, bringing it back. It appears there remain occasions on which you are still capable of surprising Faust, Dante. So I was right? You really are cut off from the Gesellschaft. Damn, no Wi-Fi. Anyone, hi. That was not intended as a confirmation of your conjecture. But am I wrong? Maybe she's saying that while she can technically access the Gesellschaft, it may as well be that she can't. Oh, she's not- oh, okay. She's on airplane mode. I wish I could ask more and get to the bottom of it, but the way she was sidestepping the subject told me that prying wouldn't give me any further insight. Right, I won't press you if you don't want to talk about it. Your reserve is appreciated. Shall we move on? Yes, your consultation is the next agenda. After cross-referencing the records pertaining to the recent events in the House of Spiders, it would appear that the memories concerning the individuals designated as Sora and Ren currently remain only with you, Dante. Oh, even physical records? That's so interesting. Oh my god, in Genshin terms, it's like when Nahida it's like when Nahida got erased. It's been so long since I played Genshin, but I still remember that part. Okay. As such, should the influence of Ryoshu and her sword lead to further omissions in the official records, the manager will be responsible for supplementing the necessary information. Yeah, not the first time I was the only one left with intact memories, huh? Whoa, it's so black and white. Never got over the Genshin Witcher. Actually, Actually, I don't want that cookie that effing bad. I haven't reinstalled Genshin for Lowen. I think I deserve a mental gold star for that. I thought about it, and having to do Genshin dailies to try and get enough pulls for a character that I don't want, and also reinstalling over 100 gigabytes of it, I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I would rather pick every body hair off my body individually with a tweezer than play that game again. Anyways, let's go back to reading. That's right, despite K-Corp's memory wipe procedure, Catherine's erasure read a golden bow's power, and Ryoshu severing people from existence. Hi, Un! Hi, Hostel! Hi! Hi, Meridian! Are you winning? Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing Limbus and not Genshin right now. I'm winning. Oh my god, we're seeing the loading screen art again. Awesome. I was the only one who remembered what had transpired. But ironically enough, the memories I had prior to swapping my head with this clock still showed no sign of returning. Hi, Espie! Hi! My old memories come back though. Is it because of this clock head? Okay, what's up? Sorry, playing the new story update in this game. We're still on the first chapter of it, or first part. Speculation based on your experience on the bus team thus far will not meaningfully contribute to the recovery of your former memories, Canto. Inductive reasoning conducted from memories with gaps, after all, is bound to have structural limitations. Bongi would serve as an etiquette analogy. Are we gonna... What Bongi have to do with this? Bongi? Like the chicken, right? Right? Wait, Bongi's a chicken, right? And not the drink? You making sure? Wait, then the one I'm thinking of is Bong Bong, right? Yeah, okay. It takes me a second. Bongi sounds so funny, right? Bongi. Ah, hi Akra. Hi. Oh my god. Yes, Bongi. Receiving feed and increasing in body mass alone would provide it with no meaningful basis in identifying the purpose of its rearing. Even at the terminal stage, when exposed to kitchen instruments and the heat of a stove, its limited experience would prove inadequate to constitute an understanding of its ultimate faith and purpose. So she's comparing me to a Costco chicken. Likewise. Wait, let me show you what Bongi is, for context. Bongi's the chicken with a pussy mouth. It was in a previous intervalo. Okay. This is Bongi. This is Bongi. Okay, that's all wrong. Likewise, the ultimate answer to your doubts can only be obtained from the whole experience that you will have accumulated at the terminus of your entire journey. That is, your allotted mission. Because treasure waits at the end of the road, at the end of hell. And that treasure will give me back my memories and my head, also. Indeed, at the end of the road you will be able to engrave your aspect. I still have no idea exactly what aspect means, or even whether it's an object, but if I know one thing, it's that the me from before all of this began had wanted it badly, obsessively, desperately. It's more like an instinctive knowledge. But with my memories gone, that feeling, however strong it is, does not change the fact that it's just another word with no discernible mental image. I think it'd be awesome if Dante is like really unlikable in their past. Like, I don't know, like just from this line alone, saying how obsessive they were and desperate. I don't know, I think it'd be kind of awesome if they were like a dislikable or irritable character before they lost their memories. I kind of want them to Oramog in an evil way. And you're not gonna tell me what it actually is, are you? The aspect. Hi Muffin, say hi. My ears perked up at Dante. I have Devil May Cry 3 autism right now. Well, you're kind of close. This is also based off Dante's Inferno, but it's this guy. To be fair, even with all their strength, they were alone in the woods before the game. True. Here, wait. What it means, or why I wanted it so much. If it remains a piece of information that must be disclosed to you, then no. I am unable to tell you. Say it no mind. You are still following your star acceptably. Please concentrate on the journey. More importantly, have you grown accustomed to that incomplete power? Current observation suggests you have yet to arrive at that level. Well, I've gotten pretty used to focusing on one place at a time. But keeping track of several places at once is still a bit rough. Rodis' team is doing well in combat even without my direct supervision, and Radia's team is shopping and not engaged at battle at the moment. Taking my mind off them would prove much easier. Well, I want to see Radia on a shopping trip with Ryoshu and Araya. But that wouldn't give me much need to practice, so I'm doing my best to keep an eye on every sinner's status. Sufficient familiarity should result in substantial tactical value. You would be able to cast a wider net when information gathering and employ previously unavailable tactical patterns. Right, and I'd also be able to tell when it's a bad time to call someone in too. Wow, just like a VTuber collab. Even as I continue talking with Faust, I make sure not to stop observing the places where each group is and what they're doing. Yeah, pulling Heathcliff to the rear was the right call. I don't see any injuries. His team's still doing pretty well even without directions. As for Radia... Wait, did she just stuff all of the pastries and bread she brought into her pockets? Or she bought into her pockets? How did she manage all that with a huge baguette? And Otis's group, let's see. Looks like they joined up with the LCD without any issues. LCD. Then that guy over there must be... Hang on. Wow, what a fat ass. Turn around. Is this padded with bread? House, there's a dude I've seen before, but he seems a bit, different from what I remember. Did you specify the issue? I'm monitoring the situation right now. We should probably join up with them too. Let's end the consultation here. This is rather precipitous, Dante. If the incident is of a serious nature, perhaps a request for support from the LCC. No, it's not an incident. Though I wouldn't say it's not serious. Oh boy, gee, I wonder who it is. Gee, I wonder who it is after being spoiled on the TL with his face reveal. Alright, rendezvous. I feel like they just bring up the aspect engraving randomly as a reminder of players at Dante's goal. I think they should, because I forgot about it. I literally replayed Canto 1 and I forgot about it. I feel like they should. I feel like when the gameplay is like 100+ hours of story, they should bring little reminders like that, you know? Like when you read one volume and then you read like 2 volumes later, they mention one as like context from like the first volume. It helps. It helps you keep on track. Dante's finally understanding things going around them but not themselves is natural, right? I agree. Also, with the fact that they have so many powers now, it is easy to lose track of the plot. Alongside, like, every other character getting their own Canto. We're in, like, a... Alex. It's so bright outside. What the heck? There's so many AC units up there. This is going bad from worse, really. Dante seems to be tied up helping the other groups. Otis's command calls have been working out well enough, I'll give her that. We managed to hold the line better than expected, but we're definitely starting to feel the strain. Ugh. Why are you waving your hand all arm and hand signals? Oh, what signals? What's swinging arms sideways even supposed to mean? You don't know. It's scatter, damn it! So scatter! That was close. We almost got flattened. Damn it, even rookies with nothing but the most rudimentary of military training would have recognized a hand signal that basic. Hey people! During Esper will Espie wow. Hey. Well, we're not all trained soldiers here, are we? I think my favorite expression is when Sinclair is really exasperated like this. Verily, the flourish of a single hand doth indeed make boast of a chivalric elegance, yet when you suddenly wave thy arm about, clenching and unclenching thy hand with a mystical fashion, only to suddenly turn tail. Forsooth, I am left bereft of understanding what thou meanest to say. To think that of all the personnel on the team, only the Swabi has the discipline to interpret a basic field signal. I only picked it up during my sailing days, and realistically speaking, did you really expect ordinary people like the others to understand professional military signals? I do think it's awesome whenever Otis and Ishmael get to bond over both working in like both their previous work experience between like the military and navy respectively. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. After all the operations all of you have been deployed under my lead, you're all still ignorant when it comes to non-verbal signals. I don't think even Dante would know those signals. Yep, might as well be splitting hairs, literally. Let us appease our agitated hearts and then follow Miss Otis's instruction. We should disperse and withdraw. Huh? Megaton landing! Oh, flashbang. Wait, they're so funny for putting this flashbang on the screen. Hey! Pretty cool, huh? Let's face it, I know how to make one heck of an entrance. Whoa, aren't you supposed to be... wait. Aren't you supposed to be cleaning up the distortion upstairs? Oh, Benito a million years ago. You guys were taking forever, so I figured I'd take a peek and lend a hand. You're welcome. Lit by your thundering descent, the floor's form and shape are now crushed beyond mending, sunken deep enough to be likened to the insipidence of a wellspring. This flashbang fucked me up. Don't you worry your head about it. That's all after teams to take care of. Anyway, that should be all of them, right? I don't think I can go a deep voice today. The force of your landing neutralized the last of the distortions outside the building. Great, can you check on the distortions peeps' faces and clothes? Their faces are all segmented, makes my skin crawl. Not a pleasant sight. As for their attire... Daddy's on screen, lock in. I like boobs. I like women. I love sex. This one appeared to be a sweeper, and that one yonder bears the attire of an ordinary fixer. And this distortion I landed on, probably a local resident, judging by the clothes. Did any of you happen to see anything nearby bursting with a big pop and flash? Yeah, just now actually. Oh, I guess not. Nay, not once. I lied. Okie dokie, you know what? Then let's all head upstairs. This suppression request is kind of a pain. We'll need to put together a nice, neat plan before we start poking it too hard. Hi, Shining. Hi. A plan, sayest thou? How? Was this not a mere matter of slaying distortions where they stand? Huh? Wait, did nobody brief you? Hi, Game Bro. Hi. This has oft been the structure of our assignments. We are given instructions, we perform them, and only afterward do we begin to perceive the nature and contour of the task to which we have committed our hands. Maybe to lurk. Really? Well, guess every department has its own way of doing things. No big deal. I'll explain everything once we're upstairs. Oh, by the way, you didn't get to meet the whole team last time, did you? Only our new girl. This time, that dude, I mean, Mr. Bamboo-Hatted Kim's. She said the thing. Also here, so. He's okay now. Sure he is. You'll be surprised once you see just how okay he is now. Last time you said he was still under treatment. To be precise, I believe Miss Engdu stated that his mind is yet to regain its former tranquility. That? Huh? You'll get it once you see him. I feel like we'll just end up having the same conversation twice, if I say anything about it now. Ooh, wow. You have arrived. It's blinding. I think it's awesome whenever they do silhouette art like this. Feels the aura. It's so bright. The midday sun is pouring in like crazy. I'm feeling crazy Ryoshu right now. Yet the warm tickle of the sunbeam is rather agreeable. Marcel would disagree. No. No, this is not sunlight. I hate the sun. Because unlike this, there is more to sunshine than its warmth. And what exactly is this light? Why is this thing on again? Is it bright enough to fry my eyeballs? Apologies, Lady Azra. I am yet to be accustomed to this machine. This is my first time laying a hand upon the complicated workings of such a contraption. It activated of its own accord, and I've yet to discover the method which it may be silenced. Hey, where's the off button on this thing? That's why I told you to— oh, wait, who's voicing this? That's why I told you to leave it alone. Fiddling with things you don't understand usually ends with something, or you, broken. Nothing good comes of it, I tell you. My mentor— oh, it's him, okay. My mentor, Lady Moses, has instructed me that in every moment and event, things are hidden under the veil of one's surroundings and must be examined with care. Yes, and that only works if you're savvy about the knack. Hang on, did you just say mentor? I had not yet been afforded a proper opportunity to introduce him to you. This here is esteemed leader of Blade lineage, who is all but a master under whom I have apprenticed. You really have to dress it up like that. I told you I only took on the role because there wasn't anyone else around to take the job. Switch, where's the switch? Aha, gotcha. I miss her forehead. Why did she get bangs? I miss her forehead, dude. Oh, lol. The way it says clothes on a rack. Oh, I see the clothing rack over here. I miss her forehead. What is this dude doing bumming off in a chair? Huh? Goodness. Oh, I like how his ID is one of the few, like Vespa's, where he's in full camera of it. Because he's actually tall. So no forehead, right? No middle part, no forehead. Bruh. Her fuck ass extensions, fuck. Her fuck ass clip-on bangs. I got spoiled of how Kim looks because I pulled his announcer pack. I got spoiled what he looks like because of the timeline. I just kept seeing memes with his face on it. True. Regular guy. Hi Bago, also. Hi guy. Known as Bamboo-Hatted Kim. Yes, that's me. Guess I should say pleased to meet you, folks. Okay, I mentioned this last stream where people said that Bamboo-hatted Kim's appeal is very similar to Adachi from Persona 4, and I can sense it immediately. I see it. Search for the inflection point. Oh boy. He's so perfect. He reminds me of, Hey Dragonite, hi. He reminds me of Hal from Howl's Moving Castle, and what is the chair movie? Is it Kimi no Nawa? Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's by the same. It's by the same producer though. Chair anime. Chair anime. Suzume, yeah. Suzume. There's this one character in Suzume that Bamboo-hatted Kim reminds me of. Hold on. I wanna pull it up. Yeah, he looks like Munakata. Hold on, let me pull him up. Okay, can I get a non-ugly screenshot of him? Okay. Save images. Oh, this image is huge. Hold on, my bad. Shrink. Okay, now it's at the edge of my screen. Hold on. Reset transform. Oh shit. Bamboo-hatted Kim looks like this guy. He gets turned into a chair in the movie. Have you guys seen that one? Have you guys seen the trailers of that one anime where the guy turns into a chair because the producer wanted to do? I think the context of it was that the producer wanted to do a gay relationship in his next movie, but they didn't let him. So he's like, how do I make the romance different here? Or how do I make a different type of bond between the main characters of the movie? And then they turned him into a chair. I didn't read this. Okay, so more often than not, first impressions are prone to change. The bamboo-hatted Kim I remember was a man who drowned in his own fathoms, blaming himself for his powerlessness with a listless, heavy voice. I was lost on what to play after DMC3. I was thinking either Pokemon or P4, another non-turn-based game. Oh, another non-turn-based game in relation to DMC3? Why not play DMC5? Wait, have you not played that one already? I feel like you should probably wait for Persona 4 since like the remake is happening soon, right? There's Persona 3 Reload, there's Persona 4 re-something. I don't have anything I can play DMC5. Did you play that on PC? Is it on Steam? Is your computer crap? I have it on Steam. I haven't played it. It came listed on your Steam. I don't mind playing Golden before Revival. Go for it. It's only 20 bucks. It might go on sale again soon too. That, however, had been while he was distorted and sunken into himself, so I figured his original personality might be somewhat different. Have you seen the bamboo-hatted Kim? He was just on screen. Hi, Anjay. Hi. But this is not just somewhat. His personality isn't even in the same ballpark as my expectations. You're telling me this guy here is bamboo-hatted Kim? Yup, we double-checked with Ezra, and she said he really is the same guy. Whoa, that fire in your head's not hot at all. Fascinating stuff. Can you... Okay, can we check again, just in case? I really can't wrap my head around the fact that this is a sullen, serious man whom we fought. Just look at what he's doing. He's rubbing our face all over like he's checking out some kind of mantelpiece ornament. Lots of ticking and talking going on. That's supposed to sound like them talking to you folks, huh? You're such a loser. Further confirmation would be redundant, Dante. This individual is conclusively identical to the one designated as Bamboo-Hatted Kim. I've got no idea what you folks are so suspicious about. Dang, dude, just what exactly have you been telling people there about me? They're all staring like they've seen a ghost. I told them you're a gallant and formidable warrior, Mentor. Bamboo-Hatted Bumpkin. I keep reading his lines as Adachi in my head. It's so funny. But they don't look like they've heard the most flattering things about me. There, don't you hear it? The faint undercurrent of disappointment in the ticking. I also told them that you are a man of a few words, but with much affection for the followers underneath your command. Engdu? Yes, Mentor? That's a complete and utter lie. Man of few words is definitely not something you can say about a guy who's as talkative as me, don't you think? Yet I spoke no falsehood. Although your conduct is rather shallow and perhaps less refined for a leader of an organization, you are much more reserved and taciturn when conversing with those unfamiliar to you, are you not? There's no limit to the glaze. No matter who one may be, one is bound to inspire either approval or disapproval from those around him, so I refrain from mentioning any truths that might invite the latter. To even hint at anything that might tarnish the reputation of my master would not be unlike spitting on his name, and mine, by extension. This is such a backhanded compliment. I will never say any things about you that are true, but are insulting. Which is, aka, I'm lying about your personality entirely. LOL. I simply had no reason to put on airs in front of my own folks. In any case. Oh, so you can't see anything if I block this part, hmm? Do tell. How many fingers am I holding up? Who wins the glazing competition, Engdu or Otis? Probably Otis, because I feel like Engdu genuinely has respect. So much respect for Bamboo-Hatted Kim, but it's probably not the same for Otis. Where she just sees it as like a superior position. Those are not my eyes, you know. Engdu is so, I'm very normal about her after this event. She's so good. She's so moe. She's so moe. I miss her forehead though. I wish she was moe with her forehead. Also, like, I'm really glad she's not sad anymore. Cause like, you know how in the INTERVALO, she was so close to distorting? Bad talking about your mentor's kind of bad play though, gotta agree with her, yeah. But also, I'm okay with the latter. I'm okay with the latter for Dabme plot. Your own folks, huh? Then you have already acknowledged and accepted that you now belong to Limbus Company. Why dost thou not pay a visit to the LCE? Verily, when one's mind is plagued by the absence of tranquility, venturing forth to the open air and untouchable field of grass cleareth the form of heart. I will say, I think before I had trouble trying to figure out what voice to be when reading out Don Quixote, but now in my head I'm like, oh, I just read it like how I did with Larakel, and it's like so much easier now. Now she has her goat, right? An asset of the company is expected to act in the company's interest, yet for whatever reason, I didn't see you fighting on the field of battle during the Operation Spider Pyre. You'll have to account for your absence in the mission. Otis addressed Kim as though she were conducting a formal investigation, every word flat and hard. Flooded what? It was obvious that she was not about to let her guard down anytime soon. What mission? Oh, that one. Kim finally seemed inclined to assume a more serious disposition. He stopped peering into my face and turned towards Otis. Also, is Ingdu now where I don't think I paid attention, but does she have like a prosthetic arm now? I'll try to look when she gets her sprite on screen again. Oh, there was handle still on my head. Alright, clearly there's some disconnect in expectations here. Listen here, you. I'm really not all about that hard, bothersome work, get what I mean? I'm lazy, I'm a bum. The real disconnect was between his stoic expression and the words coming out of his mouth. So let's talk about the kind of fellow I am. Meet the resident layabout who's forced to do his job, with a frown too, I might add. Only when he's got absolutely no other choice. I'm really not some big shot Angdu's apparently been promoting me as, folks. That's my unemployed baby. That's my bum. Angdu, mind if I bring my bum along? And I'd very much like to stop getting roped into stuff like that keeps putting my life on the line. I think it's really funny that they're addressing the whole Kim during Spider Power situation. I think it's actually because of the memes. Potential man. This time for sure. This time for real. Next Intervalo. Next Canto. Next Intervalo. Next update. Next wall purges. Crossed out text. Fine then. Then why did you join the LCD in the first place if you'd rather be unemployed? No, never mind. They'd probably force you to stay. Emotionally support bum, right? You catch on quick. First they spout this nonsense about distortions and all. Then Forrest hired me, calling me a company-owned resource or whatever. And the other day... Oh, so like Kira, right? And the other day they were again on about, what's its name? Golden Bow? Yes, they invited me on a tour to another department to listen in on some important presentation. And I accepted. I thought it would be a fine opportunity to broaden my perspective. Angdu, dear, there are times when your commitment to duties shines brighter than the sun. I find that attitude so dazzling that I have to squint whenever I'm looking at you. Who knows, maybe that's why I'm wearing this bamboo hat, to shade my eyes from your utter brilliance. Do you mean to say that you are in need of a shield to protect your eyes? LOL. LOL. The shadow casted over her face and his expression. Lady Azrael, may I submit a request for a pair of sunglasses for my mentor? Only if it's not too much of an imposition on the budget, that is. Get him some Ray-Bans. That right there, that's what I keep telling you not to do. You can't just say yes to every silly thing he says and turn into a supply request. Small expenses add up to a lot, you know? You gotta save up everything you can in the piggy bank while you still can, or you'll end up broke. Is there truly no room for reconsideration? The way he's still groaning. No means no. Then pray make the purchase for me. I shall cover the cost myself. No, wait, huh? No, can do. Wait, what? My poor mentor is in a state of great discomfort, yet I possess neither the wisdom nor the knowledge to navigate the silver tongue for merchants and the maze of stalls to locate the very best item. So I beg this favor for you. So I must beg this favor of you. She's like a tiger mom. You're giving me a frickin' headache, girl. I am aware you and yours are no strangers to such dealings. There's no such else I can trust to complete such a procurement with the swiftness of the wind. You know what? Never mind what I said. I'll just get you what you want. You heard a gentle lady about her. Your suffering shall soon be alleviated. Alright. My apologies for interrupting you mid-conversation. Pray, continue. You had reached a part where they invited you to tour another department. No sooner Angdu's words left her lips than her eyes glinted with something I couldn't really put my finger on. But it was a strange intensity that sent a chill down my spine. She's like She's like the character trope of like the one person that treats being a hall monitor too seriously. Like, who's the guy I'm thinking of in Danganronpa? She's like Ishimaru. Yeah. So that day, I was just gonna relax and watch some TV. I've seen people call her a yandere and I get tears in my eyes. She's not attracted to him, I swear. You know, I saw one tweet where it showed Engdu with the shadow over her eyes, making the scary face behind bamboo-headed Kim. Someone took a screenshot of it and was like, I wonder if she bites his dick, and I was like, I hate that I saw this tweet. I wanna kill this tweet. Never say that in front of me. Huh? Yeah. Hi Sheldon, hi. What did I join into? Me complaining about seeing a fandom tweet that I don't agree with a fandom opinion. I don't share this sentiment. I can kind of get why people are simplifying her to be a yandere, but to me, she's just very tryhard. Or like she's like that one student in class that tries too hard and takes everything seriously, be like, teacher, you forgot about the homework, and then everyone else groans. So are we not getting homework? Yeah, so that day, I was just gonna relax here and watch some TV. Well, good on you for showing up to work today, I guess. I won't say there's a debt to be repaid. At least you understand that we are indeed in debt to the company. Yeah, I suppose I do. Kim's gaze lingered on Engdu's prosthetic arms as she answered, oh, both of them, I see. Hi, Guru, hi. Oh, Miss Engdu, your arms. Only after following— wait, can I hide it? Ah, I see. Okay. They look like gloves, but with the text box hiding it. I didn't realize. Okay. Only after following Kim's gaze did Sinclair seem to notice Engdu's brand new prosthetic arms. The last time we saw her, Engdu had lost both her arms, and I remember Ezra asking her to sit tight and choose what type of prosthesis she wanted. Those arms are probably it. She can punch you with metal and if nothing else, the aura is crazy, right? I want her and Marcel to arm wrestle. Not just the arms, even her clothes are different now, and that sword. I had these arms fitted— the big zoom in. I had these arms fitted anew as soon as the operation was concluded. The gracious host and one of the LCD's teams had prepared them in advance. With evident satisfaction, Engdu held up her dark metallic wrists as if to showcase them. The components fixed along her arm clicked and rattled. Oh, kind of like whenever Marcel's chain makes chain sound effects whenever he shows up on screen. Unfolding for a moment before neatly folding back into place. Oh, such graceful smoothness wed to machine articulation. It's as though I am beholding the marvelous prosthesis of the illustrious Siegfried himself. Yeah, the showcase would have gone lackluster without that trademark reaction. Those are strikingly similar to Schwartz Industries' N7 lineup, but I thought that model was discontinued. Nah, not theirs. It's one of the prototypes developed by the LCD's Phenomena deciphering team, and they put them on her for trial. Not that I want Nai to be overworked, but it's weird that they didn't have a CG of her rolling up her sleeves or something, right? Or just showing it bunched up. Maybe it might have been complicated. It might have been complicated for organizing body sprites. instead of just a face. Cause like we don't really get to see different poses, right? Other than like Ryoshu changing one arm, I've noticed. And then even then, when they showed like the second Smoke War Sinclair, sometimes there were like sprite errors where they overlaid like multiple sprites on one image. I don't know how difficult it is on the back end to do stuff like that, but that's probably why. Thank you for the 85 stream streak. Wow. Can we make it 100? Doubt you'll find another like them. They're based on technology spun from distortions. But also at that point, I kind of wish they gave her a jacket with like shorter sleeves to show her prosthetic arms better. Hi Nema, hi. Or perhaps there were some script rewrites for this scene that didn't happen until it's too late to have CG. Also a good point. Doubt you'll find another like them. They're based on technology spun from distortions. Oh, I see. For a brief moment, Sinclair's eyes lit up as if he had a glimpse. Something that brought him back to a memory. Then just as quickly, he fell silent whatever he wanted to say next, catching in his chest. Did something trouble you, Master Sinclair? Whoa. It wasn't hard to I kind of wish they didn't show that for a split second. I wish they showed that for like maybe 2 seconds. I understand that's his family though. It wasn't too hard to understand what struck the tender memory of Sinclair and why it cast a shadow over his face. But... sorry, just reminded me of something from a long time ago. My dad used to work in the prosthetics before he passed away. I thought this was the exact same model I saw back then. Aww. In appearance I lacked tact. These arms have stirred a painful memory within you. For that, I apologize. At least we have Ingumel to see her prosthetics in full glory. Whoa. It's alright, I'm fine now. Sinclair's voice still carried a faint tremor, but beneath it there was a firmness that had not been there before. We'll wait after the ad break. Oh, it just occurred to me that the reason why like the bright, this is like a photography room, that's why the lights were so blaringly bright earlier. I see. That makes sense. Sinclair getting hype mugged by Aang, dude. He dwarfs everyone other than Don Quixote. Did you guys see that one I swear, there's this one post that was like POV or like 5 foot tall or like 160 centimeters, and this is how you see all the Limbus Company characters, and it only showed Don Quixote's face, and for all the other characters it was like their boobs or their neck. It was just chest view because everyone else is like so much taller. They actually went back and swapped out the Canto 3 CGs this update? Whoa. What? Like the one with his family? They took it out? Is that what you mean? Yeah. I'm normal. I'm normal. I liked the fucking are you fucking kidding me? I'm calm. I'm over it. I'll just get to look at it in the Wikipedia, I guess. Sinclair's voice still carried a faint tremor, but beneath it there was a firmness that had not been there before. He really had grown a great deal. Okay, but can Radio get that amount of development next? You can thank yours truly for picking the sword. I was there with her. I did inform Lady Ezra that any blade that could serve as a weapon would suffice, but she insisted on browsing the goods. I dare say I was given the opportunity to lay my eyes on every type of sword I could ever hope to see in this life, walking through the workshop street that day. Hi, Klaus. Hi. Oh, please. Girl, we walked for just 4 hours. That's nothing. While everyone was distracted taking in Ingdu's new outfit and equipment, Kim had quietly slipped away from the crowd and crouched down in the corner. I know a lot of people made fun of Ingdu's outfit for having like the pants and the skirt, but I kind of like the look. I wish Sora also had the pants with the skirt instead of the thigh highs. While everyone was distracted by taking in Ingdu's outfit and uniform, I already did it. Kim had quietly slipped away from the crowd and crouched down in the corner. He was rummaging through things scattered on the floor, picking them up, busy pocketing them. Party in the front and also business in full suit. True. Anyway, what's this place supposed to be? What are all these things? It's basically a wreck now, but there are strobes and that clock backdrop over there. Maybe it used to be a photo studio. Picture day! Oh, that could explain why there's so many photos stuck around the place. Probably. This thing definitely looks like a camera at least. Sinclair picked up a small cylindrical object and turned it over in his hands, studying it with curiosity. Oh, it's probably a lens. It's probably like $2,000. What do you suppose this is? A battery, maybe? Ah, there's some kind of strip inside. Let me just pull it out. Oh, okay. Let me just pull it out. No, that's... Otis shouted a sharp warning at Sinclair as if she had realized something. But Mersault's hand shot out before she could even finish, clasping over Sinclair's wrist before the strip could be pulled out. What did I do? Exposure to sunlight damages these objects. I already pulled a little bit out though. You can be rewound. Carefully rotate the rigid section on the cylinder. That's a Tyroki will be the will of the prescripts, I guess. I am currently blocking the sunlight from reaching the exposed section. Damage is of no concern. Body blocking it. Oh, okay. You mean this one, right? The part that rotates? Yup, went back in. With a quiet nod, Mersault took the object from Sinclair's hand. It seems to be a film roll. There's something written on the outside. Experiment number 4. I have a theory. What if in Canto 10, Mersault instead of Mersault shooting someone with a rifle, he shoots someone with a camera, but the camera is deadly, like Goosebumps style, and then he kills them, and then he goes in jail for it. That is my theory. But it's just a game theory. There's something written on the outside. Experiment number 4. It appears to be a compact roll for a film camera. And then he also shoots them with a rifle. And then he also thinks about kissing someone on the defense for him. He also thinks about making out with the defendant, who is a male. Lovely live photograph. He shot him. Hermes improves of the absolute territory. You seem to have handled one before. He has touched it before, like he has a gun. Yes. Mersault's answer came without any further explanation, but the way he adjusted the camera on the table certainly didn't look like that of a first-timer. Like holding a gun. Once I received a report containing photographs taken from film cameras during the war. And it has to do with the war. Film rolls used by N-Corp are particularly difficult to falsify. They were often used to collect intelligence during the secret operations. The film fixes directly onto the medium, from what I heard. A peculiar expression flashed across Ezra's face as she regarded Otis. Perhaps it was the mention of war that caught her attention. Anyway, we managed to regroup in one piece. Let's come up with a plan to deal with these distortions, guys. Where should we begin? Then, in the next breath, she returned to her usual bubbly self and steered the conversation away from the subject. Hey, Betty. Both Ezra and I, we're both trying to be free from the misconception we have inflicted ourselves. For all her unfailingly perky disposition, Ezra, too, may be carrying traumatic memories every bit as devastating as Gregor's. Does there yet remain a deserving illumination? Yeah. Wait. You're right. Haven't we cleaned up the distortion already? I couldn't feel any more traces of distortions nearby. And it didn't seem like any other sinner teams and elsewhere were actively engaged in battle at the moment either. Hold on, I gotta clear my throat. Okay. Dante is asking whether distortion's suppression has not, in fact, already been concluded. Oh, now you had these people we fought just now. They only got caught up in the distortion. They didn't actually distort themselves. We haven't even gotten close to the distortion's inflection point yet. I kinda wanna see the Ryoshu Rada shopping trip, right? POV cam. Inflection point. Anywho, finding an inflection point without the team leaders around. Without the team leaders rounds. Wait. Team leader rounds. Without the team leader rounds. Rounds? Why is there apostrophe in the S? Hey Anima, hi. Oh boy, another streamer I can watch play Limbus Company. Awesome. I'm gonna play Lobo Corp again next week. If you wanna join in for that too. But yeah, hey. Anywho, finding an inflection point without the team leaders around's gonna take some time. Maybe it won't be too bad with your help. Ezra swept her eyes around the room with a look of frustration, as though she had been handed a puzzle box with half the pieces missing. An inflection point. Are you referring to the point on a graph which the directionality of its curvature changes? Calling to mind the present context, it may less be in a mathematical term, and more a specialized polysemi. No. I read it as polysemi. It's polyseme, right? No, polysemi! Whoa! And more a special polyseme referring to the point at which distortion occurs, the motive, intent, or indeed, the point in which inflection of the mind occurs. Kim Ji-hoon, typo, 300 lunacy, please. Yeah, that's alright, that's about right. That's the kind of inflection point I was talking about. So in our department, we use that term to mean the source of a distortion, the inflector or cause behind it, stuff like that. So when you mentioned a quadratic formula, are we actually talking about the slope on the graph? Kick, that's a fun word. You know, distortion's hard to treat if you don't know the core cause. Treat the symptoms you see on the surface all you like, but if you never find the root cause, the distortion's never getting solved. Though, I guess you guys never had to look for that kind of stuff, huh? Your lost clock opens a door to their phantoms or whatever, right? You mean, the Dungeon of the Phantoms? Yup, that's the one! From where we're standing, distortions are really high maintenance, time-consuming headaches. It's one thing to somehow manage to locate the inflection point, but curing it is another thing. But you guys can just march straight into someone's heart, knock the snot out of everything in there, and then ta-da! Patient ready for discharge. No, patient ready for discharge. That's how it works, right? Not gonna lie, I was so jealous when I heard about it, I almost bit my sleeve off. Verily, I had thought your team would set about resolving distortions once the foe was vanquished, as we are wont to do. Was that not so? Of course not. Why would anyone come to us with a distortion suppression request if it were that simple in the first place? Ooh. Oh yeah, most of the time, peeps try brute force approaches to it first, and when things go south, they send requests to the company or to our detective's office. Means the client this time must have been... Bingo. Apparently the residents of Butter Street had all chipped in to commission all kinds of agencies like this away and combat specialized fixer offices. But none of them could actually do things right, and the job got passed on to us. I love it anytime Isang speaks, I always learn a new word or turn of phrase. True. I always love how, like, fancy his tone is, too. Like, whenever I read something, I read it in, like, the Korean voice actor's tone. In my head. Meaning, the distortion phenomenon related to this kind of photograph is still occurring unchecked somewhere on the streets. Exactly. That's why we have to find something, anything that might count as a clue. Azra gazed down at the people lying on the floor with a complicated expression. Neat ash gray suits and the logo on the collar of their uniform and briefcases. This is a nice throwback to Distortion Detective. Have you had the opportunity to read it? I haven't read it yet. I've been wanting to, but I thought it would probably be better for me to play Runa first and finish that. I think a lot of people mentioned that it's a standalone, but still, I want the context a little bit. Or like, I feel like that would help me better understand the world building too on the text before I read it on like the post type. Hey, isn't that N-Corp's logo? Come to think of it, wasn't Mersault? I've seen a lot of fan art of Moses though, before, like 3 years ago. It was once employed by N-Corp. The deck builder minds literally... I don't know, it's... Library of Runa's deck building is so difficult to me. Which is so funny because I love Slay the Spire. I'm on Ascension 9 with this island. I love Slay the Spire. He used to work with these people. Yeah, he did mention that he used to work at N-Corp. Maybe he can offer us some insight. Do you know who these guys are, Mersault? Yes. Yes, manager. These are N-Corp's Class 2 staff members. Given the camera briefcases in their possession, they're likely members of the Pinframe team of service. Declo. Hold on. French pronunciation. Googling. Declo. Declo? Really? Gotta get more French in here. I took Spanish. You know, I don't know about you guys, but in elementary school, you had to choose between learning Spanish or French. I took Spanish. Team service declue. Mersault recited the information as though he were pulling it from a file he already sorted and placed in the back of the shelf in his mind. Okay, Pinframe team, huh? Anything you can tell us about them? Yes. It is one of the N-Corp's many field departments related to information gathering and processing. Their primary duties include the handling of N-Corp's internal information, analysis of N-Corp's internal intelligence, sorting and arranging of N-Corp's internal information, and intersector. My elementary school didn't require learning or another language? What? In elementary, middle, and high school, I had to pick a language. I just stuck with Spanish. I even took AP Spanish, but I forgot everything. That'd be enough. No, it's high school for me, right? Wow, is he talking a talking encyclopedia or something? Yeah, another thing to be jealous of. You think it'd be okay if we borrow him sometimes? Yo, Mersault and Vespa on the same team? I wiggle an eyebrow. I used to be able to speak German, but that was well over a decade ago, right? Same for me with Spanish. The only time I was required to take something like Spanish was until high school. Yeah. Might be an issue for us if you just went and borrowed our team's encyclopedia. Looks like everyone agrees that he's an encyclopedia. Anyway, your encyclopedia's right. They're from N-Corp's Pinframe team. Seen them a few times before in N-Corp's nest. But why would people already busy enough dealing with nest affairs come all the way out to a shabby back street like this? Got any guesses? I am unable to determine that. The possible range of connection between the two pieces of information is exceedingly broad, listing every relevant reason as to why they may have come here would require a considerable amount of time. Therefore, I will not present a determinative answer to that question. I just realized she's almost as tall as Marcel. That's crazy. Because this is like the first time they're together in the first in the same frame, right? This man has a photographic memory. Why wouldn't we consider him a walking encyclopedia, right? Photographic memory, I wiggle an eyebrow. While there are N-Corp factions with a camera, I wiggle an eyebrow. And he has used a camera before. If he didn't, like, shoot the camera on someone and they died, I'm assuming he did it and it was, like, an illegal clause that he breached. And then he had to get punishment for it. But that's just a theory. As for staring holes into me with an unspoken, is this dude always like this? Wouldn't pull any answers from me, you know? Because aside from combat situations, I've still got no way to figure out what's going on in his head. His gaze kind of be unbearing, like the sun. Okay then, Mersault. Maybe this will be easier to answer. Also, I keep reading as Mersault, but I know the French pronunciation is probably Mersault, right? Or I know the Korean is like Mursa. But I keep reading the T. I keep enunciating the T. Maybe this will be easier to answer from an objective point of view. And that was when I noticed something I never imagined would happen. He looks pissed. Mersault's eyes widen, his gaze fixing me with such a force that I could almost feel the faint tremor in it. I'm looking forward to the upcoming Canto. Mersault has been one of the sinners I've been highly curious about since day one. Me too. It makes sense because his intro is so short. I'm also really excited for Otis's. Not as bad as saying Mersault. Meerkat. The leveling stare that came with. There is no such thing as an objective point of view. Manager. A clip tone and look of almost bordering on rebuke. Hamilton, hi. A given judgment may seem infinitely close to objectivity, but ultimately all things are subjective without exception. There's only your POV and the truth. I fell silent for a moment, lost in thought. Most of emotion out of him ever, right? I think this is the third time I've seen this man express an actual emotion or an expression unprompted, right? I think didn't someone point out how he only has like 3 expression sprites in like the normal story? And the only reason why he has so many asset-wise is because of the April Fool's event where he swapped places with... Was it Radia? I forgot. No, that's why. Part of it was because Mersault's reaction had caught me off guard, but I also wondered whether this response might be connected to why he would always refuse to make judgments for himself. And if this has something to do with his turn, which I know is just around the corner. Got it. Tell me 3 subjective reasons you think are most likely for why these people have to come all the way into the back streets. I need to understand who he actually is as much as I can, because I'll never know when I'll get another chance to really get to know him if I brush this off with a simple Oh, I see. My bad. As usual. Yes, manager. I would— oh. The text is so tiny. I would presume that their mission was one or all of the following: retrieval of a video recording or recordings in the violation of NCorp's taboo, prompt elimination of the violator, contact with an information in the backstreets collaborating with NCorp's nest, or identification and arrest of a wanted individual or individuals designated by the nest. I'll speak more in terms of the prior story. The first time I recall was during the pallid whale when they found a nesting area for those massive whales in Canto 5. Oh, true. Yeah, that's a while ago. Isn't this usually voice acted? Oh, so the thing is that there are like the main chapter stories, which are Cantos, and then there's like side stories, I guess, or like less minor stories that doesn't have to do with a character's development. And these are called intervalos, and they're usually not voiced upon release. It's only until like there's a popgak, which is like a rerun event of it, where it gets voice acted. But yeah, for this intervalo and the previous intervalo we did, I had to read it. New intervalos don't get a VA until the rerun, yeah. I presume that their mission was one or— oh, I already read this, sorry. Taboo? You mean these people could be taboo hunters? Nah, no way. They don't send out taboo hunters for every single violation, you know. Like, wings usually leave minor taboo violations to be handled by subtracted fixer officers, or employees of the department in charge. I say these guys here are all NCorp staff. Miss Angdu, what are you looking for in their pockets? I am looking through their belongings for enlightening clues yet be hidden in the sleeve or the fold of their garments. Lady Moses had been gifted with the art of discerning the truth from what lies before her, with but a single glance, yet my eyes are foreign to such a feat. Let me take a look too. This is an employee card and— okay, this one's a wallet, so let's put that back. We don't want to be robbers. Hi Vanna, hi Limbus. My bad for interrupting. I get excited when I find another person playing Limbus and want to discuss little details and story implications. No, it's good. I think as long as it's like on topic to the story that I'm currently reading and not like in advance yet. Like if you mention it right at the point that I'm reading it versus like right before, I think it's fine. We usually do discussions like this too. Like after I beat Canto 9, we had a good discussion about it. We had everyone in chat for like a good 20 minutes. That was really fun. I think it would be nice to also do it in 10. Oh. Aha, this might be it. It's an order missive. Azra pulled a sheet of paper out from NCorp staff's coat and read its content aloud. Work details. Elimination of the individual of a Category 3 taboo violation. Addressed Butter Street. My theory is that Mersault has taken a picture of someone because he was pissed and he committed the ultimate taboo violation, which is Category 5, like a hurricane. I have IUT? You have UTI? What? I have it? Complete oh, this for all. Me forgetting it with my mind. I didn't read that. La 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 la. This is the place. Which means all of this might be pointing to something. Whoever used to work in the studio and the distortion phenomena might be connected. Hey Zero, hey hi. Yeah, now that you mention it, when the whole pop and change thing happened, it did kind of feel like a camera flash. Oh, the flashbang earlier? Alright, let's start by combing through this place. Let me know if you find anything suspicious. Oh, at long last, had the hour arrived for my debut as a detective for suit. Detective? And there's distortions. I wiggle an eyebrow. Don Quixote must have been miffed for not getting to play detective back in P-Corp. No idea where she'd been keeping them, but she immediately pulled out the detective props that had been given to Ryoshu and Honglu back then. Can she put it on? Clearly, I had foreseen that the day would come. Fortunately, oh. God damn it. Fortunately, Otis wasted no time putting an end to Don Quixote's badly timed shenanigan. A sharp dressing down from her was enough to make our dejected, chivalric adventurer stuff the costume away. Okay, then we should get moving too. Just haul that stuff around. It seems like she has a galaxy bag. But yeah, I have been noticing that the intervalos have been getting longer. Not a bad thing, because I really like the pacing that they do for the intervalos. Like, it might upset a few people when I say this, but I think Project Moon's pacing for the intervalos are like, I like it way more than the Cantos. Oh, we're finally fighting. Okay. Oh my. Don't look at this team. Don't look at this team. Oh, damn! Gregor's still... No, he's fine. Sorry. Gregor is fine, right? Is he fine? I don't know. I don't remember if they showed him in the team earlier. I don't know if he's still out of commission. Imagine if someone put on funny detective gear while investigating the physical manifestation of your spiraling. I'd be so pissed. They're divided. I know that. I know they're divided, but I don't remember when they said like Gregor is back okay. No, he is. He's fine. He's fine. I forgot. He's okay. There's that whole thing where it's been a while since the previous intervalo. There's that whole thing where he talked to his previous work buddies. I forgot. We're good. Yeah, Gregor's been good since the last intervalo, yeah. I just forgot because it cannot deploy because the team's being scattered for a bit. Guys, I don't... I need to pick the team with my best Ishmael, which is the burn team, I guess. You might be wondering, do you know how this burn team might work out? No, I've been doing win rate with them in Mirror Dungeon. Smiling. Have you read their skills? Of course not. I'm gonna use someone's Don Quixote though. I don't have a burn Don Quixote, right? Hold on. Yeah, I don't. LOL. You can edit to my Ishmael? Oh, so we're gonna have to do RNG. I don't even know which Ishmael gets point up. This one? Wait. Report. Ah, wait. That is Quixote. Oh! Wait. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant this one. I thought you meant this one because I need to use Don Quixote support. Dingdong is... Oh, the Chinese looking one? Okay, the one with the boobs. I got you. Here. Thanks, girl. Okay.
제가 앞에 서죠.
We spent a long while rifling through the photo studio with the LCD team, but no one found any decisive evidence. There sure are a lot of photos around, but almost all of them are just pictures of buildings, nothing much to tell from that. Ring song save bird society, right? Like Soul Society. Aside from the canister containing the film roll Sinclair picked up, there are no remaining items here that can count as a proper clue. Executive Manager. I have confirmed that the rest are empty plastic containers. And it's probably best to check out the contents of the film roll directly. Yes, Executive Manager. I will find a way to develop the film. Did you guys find any sort of photo development room or the equipment nearby? Let's search a little more before we see what's in that film roll. Mentor, what do you make of this object? At any time, Bangtu, I have no idea. If I had wits bright enough to understand all that lies before me with a single glance like that team leader, I would have passed the royal examinations long ago and secured myself a lucrative position as a court official. The Mentor, hadn't you already passed the royal... Unswung, a sword does not retrace its arc, Engdu. So it is with life. There is no undoing what already has been cut. Thus, it is unnecessary to dwell on what can no longer be undone. There is no after for what has been slashed away. Ooh, interesting. Not for you, Mentor. Not you not dwell on what can no longer be undone. I misspoke. I did not mean it that way, Engdu. I merely meant to say I do not wish to recall my past. I am aware. You have told me as much since long ago, whenever you were placed in a position to retrace the past. Mostly at the eateries where you filled your belly on unpaid tabs, and each time you brought down the stone wall before our house by your own erring hand. Those are exactly the kinds of things you should never forget. That is a scathing, backhanding response from Engdu, right? Oh, I'm assuming that each time you brought down the stone wall for our own erring hands, like him causing destruction of property in their building. LOL, okay. So he was once rich, but now he's a bum. Got it. Herc, oh, my belly, I feel a stabbing pain in my belly. This spot, ooh, the very wound you gave me afflicts me yet. The one where you thought you were only poking me with a scabbard, yet by some cruel turn it was your sword that ran me through. Mentor, he said it was completely healed, and that I need not concern myself with it. Those very same words have been repeated at least 80 times. But it still aches every now and then. Chiefly when I hear your sharp, cutting words that I really don't want to hear. Ah, is that so? Why is she flipping pages? Oh, lol. Engdu suddenly pulled out a sheet of paper and began furiously writing something down. What's this? Oh, is she writing it down in a journal so she can't say it out loud to hurt his feelings? I have written down the words that I have just said. Oh. I have written down the words that I just have said. If hearing my sharp, cutting words afflicts you so, perhaps reading them instead would cause no suffering. LOL. Kim's face began to contort like a wet dish towel being run dry. Hi, Strondo. Hi. Malicious compliance, right? I can't believe this is the same mentor Engdu follows so devotedly. Where's all that dignity and forbearance Engdu said he had? Young Engdu, there's a matter which I would ask you. Apparently, I wasn't the only one who felt that way about him. Pray, speak freely. This may perhaps be a discourteous inquiry, but I too, when speaking to the others of those whom I serve, often ornament my words with a laudation of an acceptable degree, and yet... I understand your concern, Lady Don Quixote. I suppose this is your first time seeing Mentor with his shoulders so unbraced and his bearing so loose. In truth, when I first beheld him, I also wondered whether such a man could truly be a leader worth placing my faith in. However, upon my honor I assure you that I have never once uttered a falsehood when I spoke of him to you. My respect towards the blade of my own, and folks alike, my determination to safeguard what must be protected, even should my arms be torn apart, all of these are, undoubtedly, the teachings that my mentor has imparted onto me. Hardcore. Truly. Why, if fortune should grant the opportunity, you may witness Mentor's true self yourself someday. That is to say, if we let ourselves be carried by the currents of the river, to arrive at such a chance. Angdu gave her prosthetic arm a casual sweep, smiling sincerely as though she truly believed every word she said. Then, leaning closer to Don Quixote, she whispered, "Besides, unless I speak with this stained, stern ignorance, there'll be no end to his digging in his heels. I would ask for you to trust, for all is aimed at his benefit." Forsooth, thou too hast been burdened with the trials of serving your superior. So that's what it was. I get it now. Slam. Whoa. Michael Jackson. Two sisters are bonding over the silly mentor-father figures, right? LOL. I'm assuming she means Virgilius. Yo. Oh. Just as I witnessed the budding of this peculiar bond of commiseration and camaraderie between our chivalric friends, the door leading outside was flung open with a loud slam. We have arrived at the target location. It appears that the advance party has already been defeated. Wait, who are these people? Wait, are these the same sprite, but one's just shorter than the other? Yeah, this one is transformed to be smaller than this one. LOL, it's the same sprite. Like the arm rendering the same. Didn't they say there was only a single violator? Oh crap. Oh, a rare disheartened Ezra. Looks like it's too late to talk our way out of this, whatever excuses we come up with. One has an overcrit, the other one does not, lol. The rendering for the gauntlets look the same. I didn't notice. Oh boy, this is not gonna go well. The same thing happened last time when I saw the N-Corp employees. I thought we had wrong intel, and all of a sudden... Oh. Wow. What beautiful white! What beautiful teal! A sudden flash blinded my vision white, a beautiful white. As though I had stared straight into the burst of searing light, so intense and bright that it made my head swim. That, or I have another theory. Mersault got taken a picture of, and the flash of the camera irritated him like the sun, and it made him crash out. I get the vibe these guys look like the kind of LA Noir detective kind of vibes. I agree, I see it too. But they're just so white they're just so black and white, but it's mostly white in like a colored background setting. I think I definitely would have felt it more if they had like the... What do you call it? The black and white background, or like the monochrome one, like in T-Corp. He's shirtless after- Whoa! Hey, where your clothes at? Yeah, there was the same pop, and, when my vision blinded, the only thing I could make out was Ezra's soft murmur, until even that came to a stop as her breathing hushed. Oh, we got teleported. Oh, it didn't take long for me to realize what was happening. Seeing it again doesn't actually warm the heart, wouldn't you say, Angdu? Now S-Corp may indeed be passing through hard times. Miss Ellie was not quite so wretched in form, was it, Mentor? Is that right? Looks much the same to me. What kind of art should I cook up for the next slide? Just make our players blind. Yo, how should we transition the scene? Yo, I have a great idea. This place. Did we just get teleported to S-Corp? No, Dante, though it generates a considerable sense of verisimilitude. This is... I think I know what this is. This is a presence. I haven't been able to detect it until just now, but somehow it was now surrounding us, saturating every corner of the space where we stood. The dreary stone walls, the trees bent and coiled in grotesque forms, sheen of light, and even the air we breathe. All of them point toward a single phenomenon. This is the depth of the phantoms. Phantoms made entirely out of distortion. There are completely different distortions where the N-Corp employees were just a moment ago. Executive manager, this is exactly it. This is what I was trying to explain. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like the teeth. Oh. Chuno-kun. Where Ezra pointed, the people in smart, neat suits had vanished, and in their place, figures clad in blood-stained dopo robes were approaching us with dragging, uneasy steps. Right, let's fight first and talk later. Ready, Engdu? My blade is poised to strike, Lady Ezra. And wait, where's the bamboo-hatted dude? I am afraid he has already taken his leave. He said he had no desire to cross blades with the Chunokuns of Escort twice. Come on, man, not again. He's a repeat offender, that's for certain. Executive manager, whoever Kim's gone off to, this definitely isn't the time to be asking trivial questions. Fun fact about those scrap-looking photos, those are the eyes and teeth of our glorious director of Project Moon. Awesome. Right, let's do what Ezra says and get ready for battle. On your orders, executive manager. Men, prepare for battle. Okay, let me remember to look at their allies and read them. Alright. Yay! Oh, her in-game sprite is so cute. Okay. Limbus Company Specialized Custom Prosthetic Prototype MKS Tokebi. Oh, Tokebi. Okay, Tokebi Arbs. Gain Tokebi Arbs. Minus 20% damage. On skill use, gain 1 haste. Tokebi Arms. Do you perchance speak Tokebis that often appear in Tales of Old? Can scarcely believe it. Yeah, after all I have witnessed while relying on the hospitality of Limbus Company, the existence of Tokebis from folklore may well be within reason. Come to think of it, I do recall hearing of a name called Tokebi Unit. Foreshadowing. Okay. So it's interesting how there are creatures called Tokebi here. Okay. In the universe. If there's an ally, at least 50% HP on the field, excluding this unit, gain 1 assist defense. Whoa, crazy. On the outside, it looks no different from prosthesis you might find on outer nests or back streets, but apparently this particular prosthetic limb has been created using technology unique to Limbus Company. I wonder what that could be. Since the development of this prototype was led by LCD department, I would assume it has something to do with the power distortions. Now, that is not to say I have any certain regarding this matter. I was only in charge of transporting, you see. It was just a simple speculation, really. In any case, I doubt this is your average prosthetic limb meant for body enhancement. Mook workshop. Oh, come on. 20 stacks. Defense, lose 1 clash fire, okay. I like how they started implementing lore into the skill descriptions. It makes one read for lore. The one thing that sucks is that they don't explicitly tell you to look at it, though. It took me so long to realize that I should read this. I think I only started doing it in, like, Canto 8. You like that model? Ooh. New girl's got an eye for quality. Excuse me, can we try this model? Oh, come on, relax. I know the deal. You break it, you buy it. Thanks, hee. See? Told you I'm a regular here. Alright, okay, so the sword and the scabbard come as a set, so grab them both and feel the weight. How's that? Not as heavy as they look, huh? Just Force, Tokebi Fire. Swift Blade. Demon Spine Cleaver. Where I must return. Swordplay of the Homeland. I like the path forward. Fashionable guard. Hi, I'm gonna point the pin message. Unfortunately, I'm gonna read your name as LCD. Most of the time, whenever somebody comes in and their username is a character from a game, I usually don't read it out loud. only what do you call it? Only exception is privity, because their username is literally privity and like a couple of numbers. Hey, look at the pin message. I'm gonna have to say that first. I think I read everything here.
가까이 오지 마세요. 다치십니다.
Wait, let me see if you have anything new to read here. Oh wait, I didn't read your stuff. Hold on. Oh, I did read this. Okay, we're good. Blade lineage, LCD, Limbus Company, syndicate. Okay. Workshop, acceleration punch, screw atelier, screw trill. Nestor workshop, 1, 2 diffuse. Namir workshop, 5 times the weight, triple burst. Yuria atelier, all out attack mode, MK17. Special handmade golden retriever exclusive axe. I like how they even refer to her as a golden retriever. I'll block them and keep you safe. Dimensional bag, Alice workshop. Got the next workshop from the dimensional bag. Okay. Everything from this workshop kicks off the acceleration with a bang. It's super punchy and satisfying. Music is banger, right? I really liked the thumbs theme in Canto 8. Okay. Alright, win rate 2. I'm gonna do win rate until there is a gimmick that requires me to actually think. As usual. Eight or 9 Honglu or Ryoshu? 8 Honglu. Like the... I really like the theme of the thumb. Or like the battle theme, or I guess the general battle theme in Canto 8. But whenever you fought like Lei Hang's like thumb group, or like the Heishos, I really like that theme. I really don't like how they also put like the hyper realistic teeth on their game sprite. Okay, they're making me think and not do win rate. Oh wait, why oh. You have pretty good reinforcements.
대상 확인, 철침탄,
Awesome.
트렌치샷, 확산탄, 임상시.
Oh, with Ezra, I see. And Engdu.
완성되었나?
Okay, that's gonna kill him. Where you at? That. should be enough. Only need 2. Alright.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
대전. 당신을 인도해주지 못해.
Aside from sinners being incompetent to aim, right? Oh, I like the clouds in the background here. In the backdrop. Awesome. Claire still has a manifested ego, my fraud. That's my fixer.
조주는 필요 없지.
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
Good enough for me. Actually, I do this one too. No, I thought I had the other one. Never mind.
점 찍었네.
Let's see, thank you.
이 격정 속에서 타올라.
My stupid chud son must cry all the tears for himself.
합격장.
Alright, time to do organization. Who's here? Everybody, what the fuck? Okay. You. That's this one. That should be enough. Where are you? That should be enough by yourself, so... Ishmael and Otis. That's 2. No, that's 3. That's 4. Don't do that. Two, 1, 2, 2. Okay. I wonder what the next Walpurgis ID and Ego's gonna be. Last time was LC. Whoa, hi Aiden. Hi, thank you for the raid. This time we're gonna get Larry Runa, maybe. Retry. Let me see what your category was. Yo, what are you drawing? Was it more thumbnail art? Or fan art? Hi Vigil. But yeah, hi Aiden. Hi Minray. Hi Commander. Hi. Right in. Right in. Make some emotes this time. Awesome. Did you upload them? Or not yet? Good to hear you're productive. But yeah, hi guys, I'm Esper. Right now we're playing the new story update in the game Limbus Company. Limbus Company, hell yeah. Hi Salty Dog. Hi Guarding Blade. Hi. Granted, Roddy and Heath are getting the nurse fodder ones, right? And then, hold on. Gonna fish them all and upload them in bulk. Awesome. I also think, oh, did hear it could be Isag and Kyoto turn since they haven't got one since the beginning. And then Ryoshu and Marcel just got one, and then Faust is not gonna get one. Because she hasn't gotten one yet, right? Again, I have to do shit. Hold on. So I need to move Ishmael, Don Quixote, Ishmael, Don, Otis, Sinclair. Ish. Honestly, oh, that makes sense. I'm so used to having the Arknight's ego, but I took it off for her here because she's a burn unit. I'm so used to just having it. Where's Dawn? Where's Otis? Alright, good enough for me.
순식간에 끝내줘.
If we get another Kyoto and Wallbar cry. It is a good ego. True, I use it all the time. I don't usually use my burn team, that's why. Hey, if you need to read a run, please do so. It is late. At least over here in ET time. I don't give a fuck. Get him. Actually, 2 for good measure. I don't give a fuck. Go get him.
완벽한 한 발을 위해.
합격장.
본인의 승리일세.
I think Gregor's Brilliant Glory is my favorite. Oh, here's where we differ. It's my least favorite because he shaved in that one. I need to make food and do my ZZZ commissions before bed, saving for Velina. Oh, good luck. I hope you get her. Hey, rest well. I hope you have a nice, a delicious post-stream meal. A delicious, succulent post-stream dinner. That should be all of them. Surveying the area with measured alert, Hangdu cast the blood from her sword with a few sharp flicks before sliding it back into the sheath. Hardcore. A succulent Chinese meal, lol. Enjoy the rest of the stream? Will do. Murmuring. Oh, they're not changing back. Doesn't look like beating up the distorted ones. Doesn't look like beating up the distorted ones. Revert them immediately this time around. Perhaps a fortunate turn of events in a way. Let us search for clues while the time allows us. We'll wait after the ad break though. Hey Sid, hi. Oh, there's even pictures here in this area. That's interesting. I didn't notice that initially. Need to hydrate. Which center is your favorite? Ryoshu. Ryoshu. I started playing this game again because of Ryoshu's Canto. It was okay. Conceptually, I cried at Canto 9. Nice. But yeah, I was a day 1 player for Limbus Company, and then I stopped playing because of the mass culling, and then I came back 2 years later, and now we're here. W vibes and aura, true. Hey, ad break's finished now. Let me say hi to Instant again, just in case though. Hi. I heard a lot of people came back to play Canto. I think a lot of people came back around the Arknights event too. I think it was around the same time, right? Arknights event, and then that was like a couple months before Canto 9 teaser. But it feels weird that Canto 10 is releasing so soon now, because I've been slowly playing the game on like a weekly basis to catch up to it last year. Perhaps a fortunate turn of events in a way. Let us search for clues while time allows us. Right. You take that side, Engdu. I'll search here. Ezra and Engdu moves about as though they were used to this kind of situation. Without even taking a moment to catch their breath after the battle, they began searching the space. Pretty. Don Quixote was the first one to voice her doubt in the surreal, unfamiliar situation we found ourselves in. We paddled distortions upon our arrival hither, yet never before have I beheld our surroundings change with so sudden a flash. Pity, I cannot make sense of the situation. Couldst thou render a detailed account of this distortion phenomena? No, apologies. It would appear I overlooked the briefing due to the urgency of this predicament. My friend and I were kind of baffled about why it was coming so soon until we realized it's been 6 months since the Canto released, right? It doesn't seem that long ago, in my opinion, though. Which goes to show, I guess, how they're pacing stuff really well for, like, events, so that we don't get too much of a dry period. Apologies, it would appear I overlooked the briefing due to the urgency of this predicament. This is, according to the definition presented by Lady Moses, a location-type distortion. It's basically when a whole space distorts, and because places and buildings can't move on their own, the distortion gets fixed in a certain space. As for this one, looks like the distortion's already progressed pretty far along. Middle stage, probably. They don't usually get this big, but this one here is covering almost an entire street. Whoa. Then those people. They entered this space and got caught up in it, and our job right now is to get to the bottom of the phenomena. What exactly gets people caught up? And what happens to them once they're in? Of course, we can't really rule out the possibility of a powerful distortion that's encroaching upon this environment. Oh, by that I mean when the distortion bleeds into the space around it and warps it. More like a visual novel with gacha elements sprinkled in. True. You know what else is like that? Ensemble stars. Or at least it used to, and then they added rhythm game stuff to it. Back when I played it, like 3 times. It was more of a simulator game. Oh man, I'm actually talking like our team leader. Rubbed off on me, I guess. Esper continued with a sheepish giggle. In any case, we won't be able to suppress our curated distortion even if we whoop these guys' asses 100 times. What's that? Ensemble Stars is not an idol game. But it's like one of those, it's very similar to like one of those idol rhythm games, but it's all male characters. I'm explaining it really badly because it's been a decade since I played it. We need more clues to help us locate the inflection point. Maybe we should examine these people over here too. What a call. Ezra directed our attention to rows of class people all around, all of them clad in dopo robes. But they have like all further sprites, they're all live 2D animated, which is kind of funny to me because of the new Fire Emblem game coming out that has like live 2D animated sprites. A lot of people didn't like it because they're like, why do we have these VTuber animation why do we have these VTuber Bowser fart animations? And I'm just like this has been a thing. This has been a thing since like Pro Sekai and Ensemble Stars, lol. I don't know if the new Love Live games had it, because again, I also only played the first Love Live game like a decade ago. And these are the glyph emblazoned upon their headbands. Chu. He speaks to propulsion and pursuit. It marks them as Chunokuns. Functionaries charged with the scouring and hunting runaway nobis. You hail from the homeland as we do. I am unsurprised that you know of them. I think that's a step up, honestly. I mean, nothing wrong with the static images of the Fire Emblem games, but Life 2D portraits breathe life into such things in my opinion. I agree. I could hardly fail to know, for I, too, was once enumerated among their quarry. Scientists and technicians were daily being disposed of all their stations in S-Corp after all. Whoa. Isang lore. So it was no idle tale. Scientists who ply their craft without fattening S-Corp's coffers are seized forthwith and made nobis of the corporation. Indeed, I count myself fortunate to have absconded with my friends before the brand of Nobi could be impressed upon us otherwise. Can you imagine if Limbus Company got live 2D sprites? I don't know. I feel like their art style is kind of difficult to turn into live 2D. But who knows? I mean, every character in Nike is like live 2D. No, I don't think they're live 2D animated. They're more twined. Nobi, the wretched appellation conferred upon the people with the convenience of those in power, a vile practice and an excuse of their power-mongering, nothing more. The so-called taboo hunters of Esper operate by much the same anatomy. Does the breaching of taboo summon the hunter, or does the hunter first seize his prey, to thereafter frame the captured with invented transgression? If the powerful so desire to chase a man down, to take possession of the varying being and keep them caged, then they need only decree that he should bear the loss of a Nobi. Such is what S-Corp has begun today. My mentor, too, is one of the victims of that accursed practice. And could these people have been sent out to capture your mentor or Isang? Whoa. Or me, perhaps, or none of us. I'd hate if everyone was animated like Nika. The constant movement is distracting. Gets to a point, I guess. You mean to state that they may be conceptual forms of Chunokuns, directed by distortion? That is a plausible conjecture. We are getting nowhere with this clue hunting. What a heavy sigh. Otis pressed her fingers against her brow as if her head was starting to pound in frustration. I love Limbus Company lore. It's always so interesting to hear more of the wings. True. I do like the world building in this game. To delve further into the matter, it is necessary to determine why the S-Corp and its Chunokuns have appeared as the motif of this phenomena. Considering the course of events we have seen so far, would it not stand to reason that the distortion stains all nearby things with memories most foul? The presence of Chunokuns suggests a possible correspondence to Isang's memories. Conversely, however, the absence of T-Corp's time collectors weakens that hypothesis. In which case, the most plausible theory that this particular distortion could have stemmed from Bamboo-Headed Kim or Engdu's memories. Ooh. Engdu furrowed her brow and fell into thought as though she couldn't grasp the full picture of the problem. I've seen a few distortions that show trauma or affect their surroundings. But this one, I'm not getting that pop of inspiration. Can't even guess what this distortion wants either. Ooh, flashbang of you're about to find out. The white flash of light suddenly drowned my vision again as Ezra clutched her head and cried out with annoyance. If only the team leader was here, cracking this would have been a piece of cake. And we're back. So this is why he kept asking whether we've seen anything bursting with a pop. Oh, that's a cute expression Ezra has. I just noticed. The M-Corp employees must have it rough too, getting dragged into the distortion like this. I mean, what else were we supposed to do? Self-defense, they're about to attack us. Oops, I'm temporarily blinded again, right? The soup that the soup that temporarily blinds you. I suppose finding the root cause and taking care of it would have been the fastest way forward. Let's just do what we can for now. So, in Valorant, never played a Valorant game by the way. So, they just threw a smoke, they like smoked the area. Like a smoke grenade thing, and we have to blindly walk through it and wait it out. Okay, first we need to develop the film we found here. We'll head to the nearest darkroom and... Nah, actually, let's first drag that slippery hat-wielding colt back here and get him talking about the Chunokuns. That's probably your best bet. Ugh! Every time we take a job, that sucker just slips off without telling anyone. As one part of me watched Ezra stamp her feet in frustration. I was also carefully following Heathcliff's team through the other part of my vision. Oh, I think I can help with that. Have you located him? Huh? What? Boss Clock found something. Yep, found where bamboo-headed Kim is right now. Awesome. In the other POV, via Bluetooth.
확실한 승리였어요. 돌아가면 저번처럼 홈파티라도 할까요?
Party! So that was part 1. Clear within 10 turns. Yes, honey. Film. Same team. Oh, now we can choose everyone. Okay. Who's ready to hear Ryoshu make a lot of slicing?
이 거미줄을 끊어내지 않고 사는.
Boink, boink.
연료는 잔뜩 준비해뒀지.
소재가
준비는 항상 되어 있습니다.
의뢰인가요?
내 작품. 함께 이번엔 어떤 실험인가요?
Wait, let me still get the dawn for the points. Boink.
자, 의뢰로군.
Wait, so our blade lineage points ups? No, wait. I'm curious. Damn it! I don't have shit. I only have blade lineage Sinclair and Isang. I'm not gonna do that for the points unless. Hi Mooney. Hi. Bamboo had Kim so male wife agreed. I don't want the points. I don't want that. I don't want the cookie that effing bad. Right? Nah.
내가 나설 차례인가?
This farm in the mirror dungeon, right? Will do. Meanwhile, Heathcliff's team. Whoa. Bloody hell. What's up with these gits? They're showing up out of nowhere. How should I know? But judging by their getup, they seem like escort fellas. And things are going so well. We could have talked it out with those fedora guys who were rummaging around the place earlier, you know. But no, you just had to go barking at them first. Would have saved us a whole lot of trouble if you hadn't, right? Oh, so it's my fault. Those bastards looked like they were nicking stuff. This is our contract area, isn't it? If they walked off with something important, we'd be the ones catching L. Listen, bud, not everyone's itching to swipe hair coupons into their pockets the second they get the chance. Yeah. Oh, how many bloody mounts are you gonna milk that? Oh, even he's tired of it. Excuse me. What, you got a problem too, mate? No, not at all. Just wondering whether that gentleman over there is also one of our enemies? You got the end of your true performance. Shame, I was really enjoying watching you folks dance. Might have mistaken this place for the Peach Blossom Land of Legends. Had there been a cup of the fine makgeolli to go with it. Whoa. Me whenever I'm able to read a Korean word properly. Romanized. Yeah, that's the enemy alright. 5 cantos later, they still give Heathcliff the grief about the coupons, just like Limbus fandom. Yeah, that's an enemy alright. He has a name tag though. I think it says, LCD. Oh. That's the fastest they ever moved him before. Oh my god. Okay. Damn. Whole house mad. He's fucking pissed. LCD or whatever, who gives a toss? Am I supposed to put up with every bastard having a dig at me? Oh dear. Oh. It's kind of funny seeing Heathcliff be pissed again after so long. Like, genuinely. Such bold swings. Didn't know there was an encore to that performance, huh? You slippery little rat. Well, I do find this amusing enough, but if you intend to play with me, you'll have to be more aware of your surroundings. Hey, behind you, there's... Wow, he took he took out all those Joppo-wearing people in just a single strike. I say that about covers the price of admittance for your troop circus, wouldn't you? Well then, I'll leave the rest to you folks. Wandering blades and Murum tales never linger on a stage for long after all. Boy, what the hell do you think you're going? Ah, damn it. Hey, can you rate my Heathcliff accent 1 out of 10? Be honest. Yes, honey. Bah. Or for she association, and because it looks like A for effort. 4. It's not very good, but it's not unlistenable. Thanks. Awesome. Could have been worse, I'll take it. You know what? Fuck it. Chuggling's not hopeless. Let's go! You might be wondering, are you gonna counter for Heathcliff's thing? I forget. I forget. Don't worry about it. You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. Fuck it. Okay, now I have to reorganize. Damn it. Okay, I can't do it because hold on. I do it on that one. So. Images. Thank you, Gregor. Man, I missed hearing that. Last time we heard that was during Canto 7. Gregor stream, music to my ears. Great minds think alike. Oh. Oh, this is- oh. Well, we just got a taste of reality. A red room. Oh. Wait, that's kind of awesome. Making it a red room for photo development. Awesome. Dude, this is sick. Okay. Let me read you guys. I should have read the other guys' stuff. Oh. Oh, and intelligence gathering. Oh. Spinning nail. Whoa, they're bringing this back. Okay. N-Corp, the clue. I see N-Corp. Class 2 staff. Whoa, wait. I feel stupid. Could I have done this before? I didn't know I can click that. I feel very silly. Editor, hey hi. Why does team generally built like Big Bang Theory? What that mean? what that mean? Like we're a hydrogen bomb or what? Due to expected difficulties in recording a voice log owing to the noise level in the surrounding area and the relative low of the situation emergency burmans, this operation log will be handwritten. A flash is followed by anomalous alterations to select entities or surroundings. The flash is always accompanied by a loud noise. The noise is a composite synthesis of various noises commonly associated with the photography equipment. I don't know what that means, I just said it. Oh, okay. Bye! The rustle of the winding film, the high-pitched whine of electricity charging a flash component and the like. Altered entities of the universally equipped exhibit anomalies akin to a scrapbook-like collage of various print materials such as newspapers and magazines. For humans, these anomalies were most commonly observed on the face. Almost everything in Fight has an observation log. I've never noticed. It's so long. It's so long. I won't read it all out loud. It's too long. I'm sorry. There's one day, I think like after Canto 9, I took a period to read all of Dante's observation logs to myself. And that was fun. It's okay, it took me 2 years to even discover that in the first place. Awesome. I guess it took me 2 years too. So this is Otis, Sinclair, Gregor. Let me take Otis out. It's you, I guess. Who are you? Ooh, you don't want to do that. Actually, do that. Do that. This is on. I went back and did a lot of reading in prior Cantos. Makes sense. I plan on replaying Canto 2 and 3 and 4 because it has been so long since I played it. Oh. Hey, what that do? When using the skill of identical rank to the skill photograph, clash power -5. What that mean? What that mean? Where oh, skill level. Oh, hi Val. Hi. That is one pretty unique model. Oh, thanks. Hi. That sounds fun. Plus, you see and discover a lot of hints pointing to a bunch of things later to Cantos that didn't seem obvious at first, right? When I replayed Canto 1, they straight up foreshadowed Roach Commander Gregor, which I thought was funny looking back. I'm still really confused on this explanation. I'm gonna nitpick it. Like, I feel like this is the part where, like, in the gacha games where they give you like a tooltip guide on this, it would be very helpful. An imperfect glimpse of the power that shall reign over the kingdom. Okay. The skill. What skill was photographed? They don't show that the which scale. I'm still confused by this. Basically the same skill you used to clash to one that gave you the status for what I understand. Shouldn't there be like a little indicator on this to show that it was a skill I just did on it? Or maybe it was a different skill that I did on it. I guess we'll see. Oh. Good enough for me. This is like when I nitpicked the fuck out of the Roach Commander fight where with the green skills. Should be on the status now? Hi, look. Hey, love. Hi.
남길 말은 없겠지.
Oh, it's removed that Ternando. Thank you, sexy. Thank you, sexy. That's good terror, agreed. Okay, now I can read these, because I haven't before. Trammel, chokehold. Hunter's scouring. Route cutoff. Head-splitting memory. Escort commands two sorts of taboo hunters, the royal censors and the Chunokuns. Agents of the royal court, the royal censors generally operate alone, moving undercover to pursue those who have dared to break the taboo of Salpipyo. Chunokuns, much like fixer officers, form bands within their own ranks. Once an order or a contract to hunt down a brand is bestowed upon them, each brand hunts its mark in the manner preferred by the band. The hunt for Nobi knows neither honor nor dignity. Scouring hunter band. To cover the sights is not to be blind. These fabrics created using Q Corp's singularity are fashioned into many forms, such as a blindfold and headband, and are commonly used throughout the East. It is not unusual to see fixers and employees of corporate entities in the East covering their heads and faces with these products. The fabrics serve the same function as sunglasses, visors, and compact prosthetic eyes found elsewhere in the city. You can scan the target's information in real time, augment the wearer's vision, and provide technical analysis. At times, they can also serve as means of communication with distant allies. Awesome. During the aura bond. Is that what we're calling it? Okay. Tracking traces. Escort fixer. Okay. Wait, who has a pic? Nobody has a picture. Okay, picture was removed. Okay. There's 3 here. So, 1 second. Remove your cliff. Do that.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
I noted it's not any of my business, but I noted your slight accent. Is English your second language? No. Oh, no, it's my first language. My accent is East Coast. My accent is East Coast Asian American. GeoGuessr. I am Korean though, so whenever I see Korean words, I pronounce them correctly. Same handshake. So let me get this straight. Dude was here just a moment ago and now nobody knows where he's wandered off to. My apologies at all good. Yeah, bloke just turned up out of nowhere, flapped his gums, ended up runner before anyone could grab him. Ezra led along a listless sigh, as though she was getting sick and tired of even complaining about him. Lady Ezra, I cannot say your frustration is misplaced, yet I trust you are also aware that, more often than not, Mentor's actions have carried a profound design. He has never left his post without a purpose so far. No, I get it, okay? But come on. What a kill to give us a heads up before he goes zooming off on his own again. It's not like we'd stop him. What are we gonna do? Tie him up? Lock him up in a closet? We don't do that in our team, right? Remember last time, we thought all he was... No, we all thought he was being a good patient and sleeping it off in the recovery ward, but nope. When the LCE got infiltrated, he snuck out without telling anyone and came back like nothing happened, and the team leader didn't even chew him out for that. Lady Ezra, that's... Oopsie, wasn't supposed to mention that, was I? Ooh. And the reason he failed to participate in the operation was simply because the LCD was lax in supervising its personnel. Is that what you're suggesting? I mean, he did say he didn't want to do it. Lady Moses bade us hold our tongue. Wait. Lady Moses bade us hold our tongues for this very reason. She knew well Mentor's intentions would be misunderstood in precisely such a manner. Well, part of this have I misunderstood. Did you not just disclose that the man deserted his post without authorization? That's the thing, he wasn't just wandering around. He was outside, all alone, taking down the ring auto mannequins who'd locked down the elevator that leads into LCE department. Yeah, it's not like he was dealing with the strongest enemy out there, but the recovery ward didn't have an emergency alarm. Nobody from the department was there to warn him either. He just somehow caught on and did the job himself. Huh. So he is useful. Heard it's all thanks to him that the facility team managed to get the comms back up and contact the LCA chief dude way faster, and that helped the LCA to actually deploy. They would have been delayed for another hour or two if he hadn't stepped in, apparently. And he was fighting even though he still wasn't fully recovered, so he came back looking like he'd been processed through a meat grinder. Whoa. So yeah, he did end up staying in bed like a good patient, in a lot of pain. He's making not as much of a bum as he's making him out to be, right? The concept of a bum. Ahem. And the soldier is not entirely deserving of reproach. Nope, he's the less talking, more doing type, I guess. No, I guess that's what Engdu meant by he doesn't talk much. In terms of work. Anyway, we were all stuck inside a building back then during the incident, so fine. I suppose there was no helping it. Today, though, never mind. It's always like this with him. He always slips away and pops back in, saying, "It's done." My point is, what happens if one day one of those solo missions doesn't go his way and he just drops dead in the street somewhere? How are we supposed to help him then? Actually, how does he even know what's supposed to be done in the first place, when no one gave him any instructions? Bloke's got to be relying on his gut feeling, innit? A feeling? Look, I only saw the bloke for a bit, so I can't say I've got him all figured out. An annoying bastard, but he didn't strike me as some clueless sod who doesn't know where he's stepping. Unless you think you. Heathcliff scratched at his chin, then kept talking as though he was stating an obvious fact. Today's proof enough. He's not one of us, so Clockhead couldn't have reached him from that far and sent him to back us up. And there's no way he just happened to run into us when we were just about to get into battle, innit? Then, well, could be bloke's got some stupidly sharp head on him and pierced things together. Could be that. But I got these moments where I get a flash of that gut feeling, however you want to call it. My boss man Matthew said he could hear that kind of shite too. Said I can hear them gears turning, or I think I hear rats scurrying about. He'd do things that you couldn't make heads or tails of. Listen, there was this one time when we were expecting a life and death fight. Matthew said he can hear them gears turning. Walks into a random pub, starts throwing back drinks like he lost his bloody mind. That does sound like someone who lost his bloody mind. That does sound like someone who's lost his bloody mind. Back when I was on the ship, some sailors used to drink the barrel dry before battling whales to blunt their fear, only to stumble around the deck and fall overboard. Yeah, and boss could knock it back like a whale. Still, the point is, getting plastered right before a turf war is not what most sane people would call a good idea. Had us all cross, so we went stomping after him. And guess what? Turns out that pub was a secret hideout where the opposing syndicate was holed up. They were crowding around the gaffer, running their mouths about how they'd kill him and put an end to the dead rabbits. That's when we came storming in and had them surrounded instead. Not a single one of them got away. We beat them bloody, every last bastard. And Boston knew it'd play out that way. Sorry, but this really sounds like a Barstool bragging to me. You sure that wasn't just a coincidence? Were you also featured on Barstool Sports? I should think that was no mere chance. If you are saying as much, then surely this was but one among many such coincidences. Is that not so? Yeah, every time Matthew pulled one of those stunts, our lot ended up growing bigger. Wouldn't have kept working so neatly if it was just a coincidence. It is likely. What is often referred to as, indeed, an instinctive sense, or experience-based precognition, more accurately, an unconscious process by which information accumulated in the subconscious is sorted and converted into sensible conclusions. There have been some extremely rare cases in which Heathcliff has demonstrated the ability to arrive at coherent conclusions that surprise even Faust. On further analysis, it would appear that he was employing a mechanism similar to a sixth sense, as some call it. Is that a compliment, or are you taking a piss out of me? Though my mentor does not see fit to explain each step he takes. That Heathcliff got her beat on occasion, right? He's really good at making inferences, and then, like, it makes the other members surprised multiple times too, right? When all has passed, I often find that no footfall of his was taken in vain. I would ask of you, grant him but a little time and wait, keep waiting, and the shape of his intent may yet become clear. Though I confess, I have also been concerned about him as of late. His recent silence is far heavier than what I have noticed in the past. To wait. Don Quixote began, hesitated, then stopped herself from saying more. She only gave a quiet nod. Yeah, okay, I suppose our team leader has her own reasons for letting him be. That said, doesn't mean I'm happy about it, so let us return to the task at hand and do what we can for now. Fine. As the others quieted down, I finally had room to notice the place we found ourselves in. When was the last time I took a drink of water? Don't worry, I'm good. There's a hydrate redeem on Twitch too. Do I sound gritty? There wasn't a single ray of light, just a deep red hue pressing in from every side. I've also been talking and reading for like 2 straight hours though. I can't believe we've been benched. No, we've been benched. Where did I read that? Maybe been, sorry. I can't believe we've been chatting away in the dark this whole time, fellas. And the red lights aren't helping at all, especially with my aging eyes. Gritty. You've been talking for a long time, so don't worry. I usually stream for like 3 to 4 hours anyway. Oh, are you looking for the light switch? It's right here. And right then. Don't turn on the light. I heard Marcel's clipped warning, his voice coming in from a corner I didn't expect to find. Oh, hold on. Let me do it for the immersion. Don't turn on the light. Marcel, where are you? Oh, there he is, that corner. Is he washing something? I am developing the film roll, manager. Exposure to light might ruin the entire roll. Please exercise caution. So he's been doing his own thing. That explains why he was quiet all along. Manager, let me do my own thing. Oh, didn't think you know how to print photographs, Paul. What is that for anyways? You expressed a wish to have the film developed, manager. I am carrying out that instruction. Oh yeah, I did say that. I see. Photo studio first, and now darkroom. This may be no more than a conjecture, but it would not be unreasonable to suppose that the axis of this distortion rests upon a photographer. The film's serial numbers either match those found in the photo studio or deviate by only a single digit. It is certain that this darkroom is connected to the studio in some way. The images bear a striking resemblance to these photographs. I also believe this building and that photo studio share a strong connection. Oh, where did you get these photos? I brought some from the photo studio. I cannot name the locations in the picture with certainty, yet they all appear to have been taken at various points in Encorp's district buildings, mostly. Hey, wait, I know what these are. People take pictures like these when supplying stuff to that department store. Correct. The photos must have been taken by a docugrapher. Marcel chimed in, holding up an odd cylindrical container in his hand this time. He gave the container a shake every now and then, and with measured rhythm. Whatever he was doing seemed to be part of the process of developing the film. Film rolls are hardly affordable for the average resident in Encorp. In most cases, taking photographs is done as part of the professional duties. There are approximately 21 occupations in District 14 that utilize photography. However, only a single profession involves routinely photographing specific buildings, adhering to fixed standards that can be observed in these pictures. These docugraphers you mentioned are the people entrusted with that job. Yes, they photographed the information to be poured into canned experience. Whoa. A docugrapher? How could a person of such a decently lucrative profession fall into distortion? Decent job, maybe. How do we know if they're a decent person? Ezra replied with a clear-cut answer after only a brief pause. What makes you say that? The photo studio we were at didn't have any darkrooms, right? No, it didn't. My team leader said there are other ways of processing film rolls, but in Encorp, you have to go to a darkroom to develop and print them. Correct. Film rolls are usually immersed in developer solution to be processed. Which is why photo studios have these darkrooms equipped with the red safe lights right next to them. But this place is pretty far from that photo studio. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it. Check out these windows. They're only covered by newspapers, all messy-like. You consider how sensitive film worlds are to light, it's really super suspicious that this dark room doesn't have any proper blackout panels. And you know the films cost a fortune in some places in the city, right? Who in their right mind would print photos in a room patched up with yesterday's newspaper? No. This probably isn't even a legit dark room. Someone just hauled in the bare minimum tools needed to develop a film and threw them together in a hurry. Someone who didn't want to be seen printing photos, and people don't usually avoid scrutiny unless they're doing something not so decent. If that's the case, I can see why they might have distorted. Right? Manager. Result came to my side quietly, still giving the strange cylinder an occasional shake. I have a request regarding your instruction to develop this film roll. What is it? Please ensure that the light in this room is not turned on until development is complete. Aren't we already doing that? Yes. However, engaging in battle opens the door to uncontrollable variables. This is why I have judged it necessary to make a separate request. Battle? There is no need for concern. I am capable of participating in combat while maintaining the development process. Are you sure? Wait, can you slow down? Battle, you say? Surely, there must be cause for you to believe so. At the photo studio, reinforcements arrived exactly 11 minutes and 34 seconds after Ancorp's pinframe team staff were defeated. Deductions based on the events thus far make it clear that the photo studio and this darkroom share some kind of connection. Furthermore, Sinner Heathcliff, Sinner Honglu, and Sinner Gregor have battled Ancorp's pinframe team in this very location. I hear footsteps rushing up at the staircases, approaching closer and closer. I have a feeling I know what Mersault is getting at, but I ask anyway. Meaning? The initial rinse is finished. The process is now halfway to the completion of the second agitation. This indicates that 11 minutes and 30 seconds have elapsed since the start of development. Man out here is just like, hey, we're about to get into a fight in about 30 seconds. I thought you might like to know, right? Jump scare. Here, just thought I'd warn you. Battle is imminent. Please withdraw to a safe position, manager. Result to you. Oop. No, should have warned us away earlier. Understood, manager. I will follow that instruction going forward. Rare zoom in. Thank you, sexy. Okay, I'm probably gonna read this and then call it. I love how matter of fact this man is, right? But yeah, I'm probably gonna read this and then call it because it's gonna hit the 3-hour mark soon. And then I feel like this intervalo is gonna take like 6 hours again. After the battle, something sits ill with me. So early, I want to pace it better instead of just always having to do 6-hour streams. Like I feel like the previous intervalo we could have split it into 2 instead of me streaming for like 6 hours because I didn't expect it to be so long. The intervalo doesn't have too many fight padding. That's good. That's a relief. And also, I don't want my brain to be fried when I do like a difficult boss battle, like when we fought when we fought last time too. Amid the sprawl of Escort's backstreets, distorted with the flash, Engdu had her gaze fixed somewhere high overhead. At the end of her gaze, are those photographs? A long line stretched across the open air, photographs hanging from it like laundry clipped to a clothesline. The boss is pretty raid heavy. You don't mean that. I don't know, I feel like every time I do a boss fight in Limbus Company, it's always whenever I'm like 5 hours in and tired as fuck. Like the Matthias fight was so fucking difficult because for that one you had to let the NPCs win the clashes for you versus like using your own units. I'm surprised they didn't have you another battle given the end of the last chapter, right? I mistook it for a kumjul? I mistook it for a kumjul at first and gave it a little attention. Yet, upon closer look, I saw those pictures hanging from the line. Perhaps they have been strung within the dark room and remained thus when the distortion took hold. I pretty much autoed through it, though I had BL team so that I could swap things. maybe by next week I can trade in. Or is it 2 weeks? Is it 1 week or 2 weeks for you to be able to shard? I probably won't have enough EXP tickets by then though. Bizarre. Observation of unaffected enemy elements in the space occupied by a location type distortion is most irregular. 1 week. Oh, okay, word. 1 week later. I ended up taking days off work to try to get the cantos done in a single go and paid for it daily later. These cantos intervalos have gone very long, right? They're so long. Indeed. The items we bore from the studio have already changed into images of various sites of S-Corp, yet these alone remain as they were. I personally would go for the ego for the overall buff. True. Wait, what ego? Oh, what ego? The Mersault one? Wait, is Mersault an ego and not an ID? I forgot. Let's take them down and check them ourselves. Mersault, okay. Mersault is an ego, okay. I just remember, like, the memes of Hong Lu. Why the fuck you look like me? It has a personal buff if used by the BL mer. Okay, awesome. The boys love mer. Awesome. Just as I was wondering the line was perhaps too high for me to reach, Mersault stepped forward and plucked a few photos off it, and the instant he brought them to me, she has the ID. I know she has the ID. I just also thought I just didn't remember if Mersault also was an ID or an ego, because we had that. Wasn't there like multi ID banners before? Just as I was wondering if the line was perhaps too high for me to reach, Mersault stepped forward and plucked a few photos off it, and the instant he brought them to me. Awesome. Oh no. We heard another pop, and again a bright white flash blinded my vision for a moment. Good grief, this distortion likes to change its mind, huh? Keeps switching between S-Corp and N-Corp. This feels like getting caught in a flashbang detonation. Sure does. My whole body tenses up, then goes slack right after. Other sinners are busy grumbling about the distortion and sudden jumps except for Mersault, who stood right in front of me with the photo still held out in his hand. Oh, you didn't drop them. No. He gave his usual short answer, then returned his attention to the cylinder he had been shaking. He took the film out of the container and flicked the liquid off it with clean, controlled motions. Sometimes probably they decide to do ego so that the buff could bleed to others' blade lineage since murder was already buff for them. Got you. Is the processing finally done? Wait already? We're back here with the lights on now. Is it okay to take the film out? Yes, exposure to light will not damage the film once development is complete and the image is fixed. There is no cause for concern. That's a relief. I can say I followed all the technical details, but no cause for concern was all I needed to hear. Sighing relief, I held up the photograph so I could take a proper look. See anything odd in there, Manager Bud? There are people in them. Oh. Flowers? Ominous people smiling? A silhouette that looks like someone? A person with bread? The people in the photographs all look different from one another. I have to pick one similarity between them, though. They all look cold and indifferent. No. Yeah, that's a city, alright, for ordinary folks you'd see anywhere. These aren't like the photos we picked up at the studio earlier. Are these the kind of photographs they use to make canned experiences? What? What was that? The scenery around us seemed to ripple just now. I was about to ask Faust if she also felt a strange sensation, but it faded away soon enough. Perhaps it's nothing serious. Oh, just a little chromatic aberration doesn't hurt us. Maybe it was just a spell of random vertigo. Was it even possible to get dizzy when I got a clock for a head? No. My Sultan must have noticed that I was out of sorts for a moment because he seemed to pause on purpose before answering my question. No, I thought he said docugraphers take these photos and put into canned experiences. Raw ingredients for canned experiences are handled exclusively by the Grand Magazine. If there's no known method for external parties to access them. Nothing to worry about, right? Sisypha? What? Oh, I think I've heard of it. Canned experiences, right? They're in high demand in other districts too, but the only brand stamped on them is Grand Magazine Sisypha. Same name every time. Oh, like Sisyphus? I remember some of my classmates bragging about trying them whenever exam weeks came on. Never had one myself though. I can't really explain it, but something about them just feels kind of wrong. Sound popular, huh? The unprocessed based content of canned experience, known as experience batter, wow, is supplied to reprocessing factories where docugraphers fine-tune the experience's details. Photographs are primarily used for that purpose. You can fine-tune experience. An easier example for understanding would be to consider why docugraphers take pictures of subjects such as buildings. A purchaser may wish to experience living in a luxurious building that they could never afford. Another may wish to vent out impulses of violence by experiencing the burning of an expensive property. Demand for haute couture canned experience is increasing by the day. So that's why the photos from earlier are all fancy buildings. Yes, manager. Conversely, information concerning ordinary experience that can be easily encountered in reality is in low demand. We'll wait after the ad break, though. I take my swig of water. That is a unique kind of thing to experience in the city. I guess it's also a luxury too, to be able to experience things that you haven't before. Experiencing something by taking it from a can, right? It does sound like something like the upper class in such a society would like to enjoy as a luxury. Like, even the fact that, like, Sinclair's a rich kid, and sometimes before exams they take the experience to help for the exams. Kinda like Hagwon, I guess. Or like studying academies. And why photograph these residents at all? Perhaps these were not images harvested for their commodity value, but pure photography in and of itself. Mayhap they have been captured for a desire to seize a vanishing instant through a lens. There are people who take photographs knowing that it would cost an exorbitant sum. I've seen some before. Staggering amount of money just to take a single photo. That is, if they could manage to find a photographer who had taken the risk and helped take the picture. I'm not so crass as to put a price on sentiment and nostalgia, but spending this much money on film rolls, what could have made this investment worth it? I'd say, maybe this isn't just a matter of sentiments, or memories even. Hi Justin, hi. What's your team looking like? Just burn team. Hi coach, hi. Hope you're having a good day. My day's swell. It's raining though. Maybe this isn't just a matter of sentiments or memories even. Leafing through the photographs, I quietly express my thoughts. I'm reading the last part before I'm ending though, so you won't get to see my team. Executive manager. I'm not exactly an authority on distortions, but I know they manifest through desires or emotions that become warped in bizarre ways. I reflect and lost 6 times. No, hey, can you not pass that over to me? I'm blowing it away. But everything in the distortion has shown us so far points back to S-Corp. That is, the S-Corp from the past that only him and Engdu would have seen and remembered. These photos, though, they're completely untouched by the distortion. Doesn't that feel off? There must be a strong fixation at play here, strong enough to slip past even a distortion. And if that obsession is something that refuses to let these memories be influenced, I think our next step should be to look for the people in these photos. These photographs are the only undistorted, unaltered clues we have. Dante says it would be advisable to locate the people shown in these photographs. Oh, good idea. Team leader did say that we should accept input from the LCB with open arms. Hey, Hengdu, can you get me an office catalog? We probably need to commission an office affiliated with 7 Association. Let's look for one that can take the request right away. Someone tell Ezra we're fine. I think I know where to find those people. Hi, Wild. Hi. They nerfed Kim? Where's 200 Mons? I'm not there yet. I just met him. I kinda like him being a loser like this. Half loser. Dante showing his critical thinking skills? True. Dante says one of the people shown in the photos have already been found. What? When? How? Well, guess I'm just having a lucky day. Well, guess I'm just having a lucky day. I pulled the radio from my waist and switched it on without answering Ezra's question. DWRC? I think she said, do we regroup talk? That one was especially hard to understand, Ryoshu. Huh. Nadia's with you, right? Can you put her on? Sinclair's with us, I forgot, sorry. Okay. Nadia there. Oh, what? Don't tell us to talk. One sec, quick sec. I kinda went overboard with the bread and pastries. My hands are completely full over here. Pastries? What kind? Just one of everything. Neat. Can you grab extra brioche and baguettes for me too? Love the ones from that street. They're so good. Hold on, I gotta readjust this whole thing in it. Just read them on TF. They're packaged. What's TF? The fuck? Roshi, you can't choose food like that, okay? Bakers have feelings too, you know? How do you think the baker would feel if they knew something was treating the precious babies like trash? This Gabbard is falling again for no reason. Oh, the floor? LOL. TF is the floor? Anyways, Dante, can you give me a sec if you want me to fight? Just need to cram these into our pockets real quick. Are you immersed? No, it's not a fight. Huh? Then what's this about? I took a closer- oh, I guess it's a baker. I took a closer look at the words written on the wicker basket in the photograph Marcel had brought me. Oh, where's that bakery you're at? So immersed. I'm gonna call it here though. I'm not an expert on Ryoshu acronyms, what I'm learning. Oh, in Korean, it's probably like 바닥에 버려, which is like or like 바보. 바보. I can never decipher Ryoshu's acronyms. Thanks for that, right? I think they're like a little easier in Korean. Just a little bit. Do I have enough? I don't think I have enough points for anything. Yeah, I only have 170. LOL, I have nothing. Alright. Yeah, we'll continue this next week. I have... Oh wow, I have 1700 shards. Wow. I still haven't dispensed anything. Yet. Yay. But yeah, by next... I'm probably gonna trade this. Wait. But yeah, I'll probably get these two. Then, just to help with grinding for points. For the event. Okay. But yeah, same spread for next week for tomorrow when I make the schedule. We have let me go to just chatting though. Oh, I went to the wrong screen. One screen. Oh, there we go. I see they're for fun. I see you're also competing in the unhinged Limbus messages. I think mine is so funny. Okay, what do we have? We have more Explorers of Time. We have more... No, we don't have more Secret Stones. I'm probably gonna start playing... whichever game has Elliewood. I always confuse it. Blazing Blade and Binding Blade. Whichever the one. Heh, check art tag sometime. Oh, hey, did you post just now? Yo, did you post it now? Yo! Oh my god, wait, you drew Oswald so cute. Can I show? Can I show the class? I'm gonna link the class and show the class. Hi, Bamboo. Actually, hi, Kim8. No middle nurse fodder? What do you mean? What do you mean? I was sure to drop by. This has been fun. I'm glad. Me pointing to the pinned message. Hey. This is a fan art table lead. If I don't have a unit, oh, the new Otis ID, yeah, I figured. But what do you mean? What do you mean by no middle finger? No middle finger. No middle nurse father. Like if I don't have it, any of the units that I don't have, it's because I didn't get them from pulling, and I don't want to shard for them because I keep telling myself with kofi and that I'm gonna pull them off banner, and then I never do. Oh, I think you also like Fire Emblem. Yerp. I'm slowly trying to get through playing all the older Fire Emblem games because I only played the ones on the DS. Yeah, I only played Awakening Fates and Three Houses. So, and then we just finished Sacred Stones, so we're gonna go through either... I always confuse the two. We're gonna go through either Blazing Blade or Binding Blade next. And then probably Radiant Dawn after that. Art is so peak, right? Hey, let me show it on stream too, for people who might look at the VOD and stuff. Save image. Cute. I'm really bad at rhythm games that use arrow keys. I'm so bad at it because my mind calibration for finger to on the screen without touching notes is so difficult. It looks so cute though. You drew Oswald and Osmond so cute. I was so touched that... Does that say... Oh, I thought that said Jimin from far away. I thought that said Jimin like BT. I was like, Jimin? Double Zukin. I was like, double Jimin. Double Zijkin. Oh, you also made the belt a cat shape too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cute. Wow. Yeah, there's a website for retro game masters I found. Awesome. We love photo bashing for aesthetics. Let's go. Bleh. Okay, Blazing Blade, Binding Blade, and then I think Nika is on the menu again because we're still playing it bi-weekly, right? And then we try to finish the rest of this intervalo. I just got them working for a bit and God already gone. Me trying not to be evil and say that's too bad. better luck next week. About 3 more hours? What if 3? No. I can't bring myself to play other gacha games, sadly. I've been spoiled by Limbus generosity. That's fair. Alright, at least she didn't cut straight into the end like that. What do you mean? I warned you guys. I warned you guys. The only person I didn't warn was Chocolate, cause they walked in first message like, hey, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. 3 more hours. You know, it's so funny. You guys are like the opposite of like, you know, sometimes I see like, I think it's only usually like male VTubers. I see male VTubers get babied and they crash out about it. Where like some of their viewers are like, oh, are you too tired? You can end early if you're too tired, and they're like 1 hour in and they crash out about it. You guys are like the exact opposite of that. Can you please stream longer? Can you do an hour stream? Warning shot, but I get shot anyway. So Sawyer, can I have another bowl of 3 hours? Would Ezra be a sheep or doggy? Probably a doggy. In her skills, it even mentioned like they even referred to her as a golden retriever, which I thought that was cute. I'm like, please, Espie, we need this. Girl, I can watch you for 3 more hours. Let's go. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. There's been times where I played Limbus Company 5 hours in and my brain stops working because I'm tired and I get cranky at a boss fight and then I get cranky at you guys also trying to explain it because I don't understand it. I need to avoid that from happening. When I was like, what? They should have mentioned that they want us to clash of red skills, and then someone was like, they did say that, but I was like, but they didn't say it the way I wanted to. They didn't say it in a way that I understand it. So 2 hours. So wow. I'm trying to look for someone to raid right now. So I give you more time instead of just pressing the end button. I'm being so nice. Unless I'm thinking this is the ending screen. Erp. Hey random. Yo, that's crazy random. Oh yeah, I want to read this person. I think they raided us before, so I want to read them back. We're gonna raid Slightly Moist Milk Bread. They go by Sight. And they're doing an art stream. I think they're doing live 2D. Or no, they are drawing. I lied. Yeah, they're making a VTuber model. So yeah, see you guys Tuesday. I'm gonna do that and then I'll say bye to everyone. Let's see. Good. Alright. Bye Hostel. Bye Anima. Bassist. Hi Table. Hi Leotin. Hi RJ. Hi Badizzle. Hi Mela. Hi Godoy. Hi Dragonite. Hi Table. Hi Rang. Hi Random. Hi Coach. Hi Val. Hi Mary.